Hello. Hi everybody. Welcome. Of course, everything must like fuck up immediately. Nothing can just like, work. It's so annoying. But hello, welcome everybody. Welcome. What a wonderful Saturday. I it's been good. But like I just annoyingly wanted to finish several crochet projects, and both crochet projects have basically hit a dead end, and now I'm just here struggling having to deal with the crochet projects. Oh god, it's so annoying. Let me see something, because the audio is being weird. Annoying. There's a delay in the audio. I don't know why. It's bothering me. Quite obnoxious. I thought I fixed this before, but as always, nothing can go right for me. Everything must be annoying. Everything must be annoying. Why would anything work out correctly? Let me see. I mean, that's all I got. I was making leg warmers for myself just cause, I don't know, I just wanted to make leg warmers, and like it got immediately burning hot. So like the leg warmers just kind of suck right now, and I'm just like, no. I was trying to finish them up, and then like I realized, okay, so I make 62. Okay, this is gonna sound so stupid for everybody, but I was making 61 stitches, right? Then I finally got to the very end. I finished all the rows I needed to do. Then I had to like sew them together, only to realize I dropped a stitch somewhere. So basically I'm one down, and I was counting to figure out where the hell did I fuck up. It was at the very fucking beginning. So I had to undo everything, and now I'm redoing an entire leg warmer that took me forever to do all over again. Quite annoying. Woe is me. My life is so hard. I was gonna say I feel like Incree, but that sounds awful. Oh my god, imagine being Incree. That sounds terrible. I should not say that about myself. I was just like, I feel awful. How can this happen to me? This just sucks. Yeah, there's a delay. I don't know why. There wasn't a delay before, but there's a delay now, which is annoying. Well, I don't know. I guess we'll just deal with it. I don't know why there's a delay for me, at least. It seems like you guys are hearing it perfectly fine, but there's a delay for me. I have to figure this out later. Why are all the technical difficulties happening to me? This whole week? Everything is just messed up this whole week, and it's so annoying. I don't understand why. I forgot. Skip all these ads. Oh, I forgot.
Sympathy
Okay.
kiss.
Good boy. Oh my goodness. Let me see. God, it's so annoying. It's actually bothering me. I'm hearing a delay. Okay. I fixed it. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. Okay, perfect. Now audio's fine. We're gonna go. Who is that voice? We finally heard a new man. Who's this man? God, I wonder. Okay. Yes, we're gonna be finishing our Dilf. I have to say, I am kind of agreeing with a lot of people's like perspectives of this like playthrough. He's not really the funnest character to play, and I think it's because the age gap is so wide And basically none of them, well, one person is very like, I'm for this, but the other one is like, I'm so hard against this that like we're not gonna do anything. And it's kind of putting a damper on the playthrough experience in general, because like I want a romance, and though yearning can happen, I feel like we're not getting enough yearning for him. It's very much like, no, this is disgusting, and it's just like I don't need to be reminded. Like, he's reminding me of things that would actively turn me off, which is not helping the romance. Do you feel me? So I don't know. I'm agreeing with a lot of people that it feels like a non-thing that's happening. And since we only have 4 chapters, we haven't even gotten to the romance yet. Like, we haven't even become a couple yet. In my other 2 playthroughs, like one, we immediately became a couple in chapter 1. And the other one, we were like living together, having dates, and fucked by chapter 3. So it's just like, I don't know, you have 2 less chapters and we're still not even in a romance. This is, I need romance, and it's not happening.
ねえ、ちょっといい?
Vivian, do you have a moment? I think we're in day 3. No, chapter 3, not day 3. I don't know what's happening.
改めて、エバーグリーンでのお仕事はどう?
I just wanted to check in and see how everything is going at Evergreen. What's happening at Evergreen?
単純にね、先輩として気にしておかなくちゃと思っただけで、深い意味はないのよ。
Oh, I'm just curious. As a senior in your department, I want to look out for you. No reason in particular.
スケジュールも把握してるし、定期報告ももらってるけど。
I know your schedule, and you've been great about providing progress reports,
もうちょっ
but
とね、深いところというか。
Oh, I forgot we're working for.
あなたの気持ちとか体力的に問題がないかとか。
We're working for.
小バセ部長も気にしてるみたいだし。
We're working for Usui right now. I completely forgot. That's what's happening. That's why she's like, oh, she's worried about us as we're working there. I don't. I feel like the reason of us being there is also kind of stupid. Like, I think, what was it? We're doing a column for our like little like BuzzFeed-esque website app thing. We're doing a column about like hidden gems and hidden places. And his place would be one of them. But to get the full experience, instead of just going there and just enjoying their company for like a week straight, or like however long it has to be, we decided to work there because apparently that's gonna give us the full experience. Fucking manual labor, customer service manual labor, ridiculous. Kind of dumb. I think the thing is dumb. But anyway, well, are you finding it difficult to do both jobs? Director Kobase is a little concerned too. I told her that things were going well. I wasn't at a point yet where I could fully help out with making cocktails, but I had learned how to make a few simple ones.
そういえば、マスターの怪我の様子は問題なさそう？昨日見た時は割と大丈夫そうに見えたけど。
That reminds me, how is Usui's injury? Is he getting better? He seems to be doing a lot better when we saw him yesterday. I told her that he's been resting his hand whenever he could. When orders come in one after another, I worried he would be overexerting himself, but he didn't show it. He didn't let it show.
やっぱり大変そうね。手首の怪我なんだからそれはそうか。
That's pretty tough. But I guess that's expected with a wrist injury.
マスターって何でもスマートにこなしてる感じがするからつい大丈夫そうに見えちゃうけど。
Usui seems like the type to do things efficiently, so it probably makes his injury even less severe. So it probably makes his injury seem less severe. I nodded. I felt the same way.
これまで気にしたことなかったけど。マスターって一人暮らしっぽいわよね。家のこととか大丈夫なのかな？
I hadn't really considered it before, but he lives alone, right? I hope he can take care of everything at home. As Oe mentioned it, I immediately thought of all the difficulties of living with the wrist
ひょっ
injury.
とすると恋人くらいいるのかもしれないわね。
Not Oe, please. Although, maybe he's got a girlfriend or something. Oh, wait.
ありえる。マスターモテそうだし。
Not so Tame. I need all the fucking chismosas to leave. Leave me alone. All you bitches are always in my business. Stop. Leave me alone. I'd believe it. Bet he's a real lady killer. So Tame spun around, you bitch. You dramatic ass bitch. Okay, you did a whole ass spin. Leaning back in his chair and locked his hands behind his head, joining in on the conversation. Don't you got work to do?
恋人と同棲ぐらいしてても不思議ではないですね。
It wouldn't be rare for a guy like that to have a live-in girlfriend. My mouth dropped. You couldn't see him. Oh my god. These bitches, get out of my business. Minato spoke up without looking away from his computer screen. I feel like that's even worse. Either pay no attention or join fully. I don't want to know that you can do your work efficiently and still join in on our gossiping sesh. Like Christ, I just want to be left alone. As everyone said, it wouldn't be surprising. A man as sensible and handsome as Usui could have easily had a committed partner. Visions of Usui and his potential lover living together began to plague my mind. So much so I found it difficult to concentrate on my work. Oh no, she's down bad. Damn. I mean, I will say she's so down bad that even the thought of him, like, because maybe it's just me, but the minute they were like, oh my god, like, I wonder if he's okay living at home, because he probably lives alone, so like, you know, I hope he's okay because of his wrist. And I was like, why do we care? Oh my god. It's so hard when you hate most men. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Later that night, my thoughts drifted as I cleaned and dried Evergreen's glasses. My mind jumped right back to the conversation I had with the others in the office today. And all the images of Usui and his hypothetical partner came rushing back. Instead of letting it fester, I decided to find a way to casually ask if he had a significant other.
何かお悩みですか?
Something wrong, Miss Amasawa? Usui had come up to me, probably sensing my troubles again.
ちょうどお客様がいないタイミングなので、悩みがあるならお聞きしますよ。
The bar's empty. If there's something bothering you, I'd be happy to discuss it.
もちろん、僕に話せるような内容ならですが。
If it's something you can tell me, of course. I wondered how Usui could be so mature, so attractive to those. No, so attentive to those around him. He was the total opposite of me, always looking inward. I mean, yeah, I was gonna say no, but yeah. I look inward in a very different way. Anyway, it was a good opening for my intervention into his relationship status. I started by asking about his housework.
僕のことで悩んでいたんですか? なんだかすみません。
Oh, you were worried about me? I'm sorry to keep troubling you.
家事はすべて自分でしているので、全く影響がないとは言えないですね。
I do all the housework myself, so I can't say my wrist hasn't impacted things at all.
僕ですか? ええ、今は一人暮らしです。
Oh, me? Yes, I live
あ
alone.
る程度のことは問題ないのですが、ここ最近は掃除が大雑把になってしまっていますね。
It's not that much trouble. It's not that much of a problem, but my apartment has become a bit of a mess recently. So his injury really was affecting him at home. I pushed further. Oh! Is there a way I can help?
それは部屋の掃除をあなたが手伝ってくれるということですか?
You mean you want to you want to help me clean up my plates? Why could I not speak? Like, that was the worst. That was so bad. I nodded and suggested stopping by this weekend.
女性一人を男の家にあげるわけにはいきませんよ。
I don't think it's right for me to have you over at my place. He flatly turned me down. Whoa. Though we hadn't discussed it, I did try to kiss him the last time we were alone together. Oops. It made sense that Usui wouldn't want me visiting his place. But I couldn't relent now.
断る理由ってそんなの特に関係のない女性を男一人の家にあげないなんて普通のことでしょ。
My reason for refusing? Well, I mean, it's not proper for a man to invite a woman he's not involved with to his home.
あなたのことを意識しているから
You're
す
so
ごいことを言っ
old.
てきますね。でどうしちゃったんですか？
Is it because I've noticed you? What a thing to say. What's gotten into you all of a sudden? Oh my god, you see my problem? We're like halfway through and I have yet to like make any progress in this relationship. Usui started to stammer when I asked if his hesitance was because he was aware of me
無
now.
論意識なんてしていませんよ。あなたとは年が二回り近く
Stop
違うんですか
reminding me of that. Oh my god, I want to live in ignorant bliss where I don't know your age. God, the knowledge that you two are 20, like more than 20 years apart is crazy. Look, of course I don't think of you that way. I'm more than 20 years your senior. In the past, those words would have hurt me, but not this time. Why? What changed? I didn't let up. If he didn't think of me that way, and visiting his place shouldn't be a problem, right?
それはそうですが
Well, I suppose, but... Oh, God. I promised that I wouldn't try to make a move on him.
それは普通男側のセリフですけどね。
Am I the horny bitch here?
わかりました。
Am I the improperly horny bitch here? I mean, I know it's true, but still. I feel that should be my line, but understood. Usui gave me a defeated smile.
降参です。住所はリングでお送りすればいいですか？
Oh my god, wait, don't we have each other's phone numbers? I surrender. Shall I send you my address on Ring? I nodded. In retrospect, I was shocked by my own boldness and giddy with the results. The thought of visiting Usui's place made me a little nervous, but I was excited to see for myself what it looked like. We set a date and time and returned to work. Finally, the weekend arrived. Based on the address Usui sent me on Ring, his place wasn't too far from Evergreen. I got off the train, took out my phone, and opened Ring. I wanted to message him before I arrived. Looks so cute. I'm at the station. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh. As I left the station and walked toward the residential area, my phone vibrated. Got it. I'll be waiting for you. Be safe on your way. His Ring messages were gentlemanly. I put my phone away and made my way to Usui's place. It only took a few more minutes to arrive to his apartment complex. After checking the name and apartment number several times, I took a deep breath in front of the sunlit door. I muttered of my courage and rang the doorbell. There was a small click, and then Usui opened the door wide.
いらっしゃい。
Welcome, Miss Amasawa.
狭いところですが、どうぞお入りください。
It's a small place, but please come in. With his invitation, I stepped over the threshold and into his apartment. He said that his place was getting messy, but I walked into a very neat and tidy room.
そうですか？物が少ないからですかね。
You think so? I suppose that's because I don't have much stuff. Oh. His denial aside, he clearly made a point of having a place for everything and keeping everything in its place.
疲れたでしょう。ひとまずお好きにくつろいでください。
You must be tired after traveling so far. Please make yourself at home.
昼食ってもう食べてしまいましたか？
By the way, have you had lunch
本
yet?
当に？よかった。僕もまだでして。掃除の前に一緒にどうですか？
Really? Good. I haven't either. How about we have a bite to eat before we get to cleaning? I was surprised. It looked like he already made me lunch. I worried that I had forced him to do extra work.
いえいえ、どちらにしても自分の分を作るんですから。もしものために少し量を多く作っておいたんです。
No. I made lunch for myself and made some extra just in
少し
case.
待っていてくださいね。
Just give me a minute. Usui went to his kitchen. I offered to help, but he quickly refused, telling me that he was just serving what he had already made. While waiting quietly, I took a look around the room. His bookshelf, where? What bookshelf? Caught my eye. It was lined with books about interior design, cocktails, food, and similar topics. I wondered if all this was for Evergreen, but something seemed off. Evergreen served mostly Western foods and drinks and was decorated accordingly. However, many of these books were about Japanese decor, cuisine, and sake. All of the books appeared to have been read, with bookmarks and notes poking out of several of the pages.
お待たせしました。
Sorry for the wait. I jumped up at Usui's voice and offered to help him carry the food. We sat down once the table was set.
さあ、いただきましょう。
Well, let's eat. Having lunch at Usui's apartment felt surreal. Searching for a conversation topic, I brought up the books I
インテリアの
noticed.
本もお酒の本もお店の経営に役立てばと思ってはいますが、半分は趣味ですね。
I figured the books on alcohol and interior design would help with running of the bar. But I'll admit reading them is a hobby of
頻繁
mine.
に情報が更新されるものでもないのに、ついつい気になって買ってしまうんです。
It's not as though either field is evolving much, but I find myself constantly buying more and more books on the topics. His bright smile showed his enthusiasm, and I could once again tell just how much his work meant to him. I asked if the cookbooks and books on Japanese decor were also books he read as part of his hobby.
それは
Well, that bright smile faded. A brief silence followed as he chose his words
未
carefully.
練ですかね。実家の旅館を気にしているんだと思います。
Call it a lingering attachment. They're all things related to my parents'
自
inn.
分の店には必要のないものだとは分かっているんですが、つい
None of them will help me run Evergreen, but still. I began to understand why his shelves were filled with books on Japanese cuisine and design.
感動されているので、知識を使う機会はないんですが。
With everything that happened with my parents, I haven't had a chance to put all that knowledge into
未練を断
practice.
ち切るためにも違う方向性をと思ってバーを始めたはずなんですけどね。
I wanted to make something different from what my parents had, so I opened a bar. So I opened the bar, but old habits die hard. Usui forced a smile and barely held back all of his pent-up emotions. During our many interviews, Usui always showed a lingering concern about the fate of his family's inn. He said he walked away from it, but I think deep down he wants to return. Still, I know it would be best to not push him on this. Why are we leaning close? At the very least, I wanted to cheer him up. I reached out my hand and patted him on the head, as he's done for me many times. Oh my god, he's so cute when he blushes!
人に頭を撫でられたのなんて何年ぶりでしょうか。
It's been a long time since someone patted me on the head. His face grew red. He was surprised, but he didn't reject my touch. As I stroked his soft hair, rather than being excited or nervous, I felt deep affection for him. If he was unhappy, I wanted to be there to help him feel better.
励ましてくれてありがとうございます。 もう大丈夫です。
Thanks for the encouragement. I'm fine, really. At his reassurance, I gently removed my hand. We both retreated to our lunches, silent and red in the face. Boom, boom, boom. After we finished eating, I rolled up my sleeves, eager to begin cleaning. I told Usui not to worry about me and that he was free to read a book or do whatever he liked. He seemed reluctant to let me do all the work, but I insisted that he relax, and he eventually acquiesced.
何かあったら言ってください。休憩も挟んでくださいね。
If you need anything, don't hesitate to ask, and be sure to take a break when you need it. He grabbed the book and settled down on the couch. Mostly. He's watching! Oh my goodness. He kept looking over at me, desperate to help in some way. But I wouldn't budge. If I allowed him to help, I would have done nothing but come over and eat his food. Usui nodded and started reading, periodically peeking over his book to ensure I was okay. And so I cleaned without interruption. Bum, 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 bum. After I had cleaned for some time, what happened? Startled by a noise, I turned around to see Usui's book had fallen to the floor. Did you fall asleep? Usui was clutching his wrist, his face twisted in pain. He must have strained it while reading. How? Oh, I shouldn't ask how. I shouldn't ask how. The book was large and appeared very heavy. It was a photo book of interior designs. Seeing that, honestly, what if I hold it? How about I hold it? Usui hesitated at my offer to help him read the book.
いや、変に遠慮しすぎるというのも良くないですね。
No. Oh my god. God. Okay, no, I think that would be a bit much. He mumbled and looked up at me.
非常に面白い内容ですよ。よかったら掃除は休憩にして、あなたも一緒に読みませんか?
This book is very interesting. Rather than you helping me read it, how about you take a break and we read it together? His suggestion wasn't so different from mine. Perhaps it was just his way of accepting. The two of us sat side by side as we looked through the book. I held it in my hands and turned the pages. With our shoulders nearly touching, I was tempted to lay my head on his shoulder. Yet at the same time, I was so engrossed in the book that I couldn't focus on much else. Whenever I told Usui that I liked the aesthetics of one of the rooms, he pointed out its appealing features.
ここなんてどうです?
What about this one?
人の動線が考えられていて機能的ですし、その上、この小物がいいアクセントになっていて、見た目も楽しい。
It's functional, anticipating the movements of the people who live there. The accents add an elegant touch. It's pleasing to look at. We had a lively conversation about all the different types of styles of
そういえ
rooms.
ば、お店に新しくカップを買おうと思うんです。この陶器のものなんてどうでしょう?
By the way, I was thinking of buying some new cups for the bar. What do you think of this porcelain one? In response to his question, porcelain? For drinks for the bar? Why would you get porcelain? Glass cups are the best. Why would you get porcelain? Why? I don't know. I don't know. It seems like a bad idea to me. Porcelain cups? Why would you want porcelain cups? For a bar? Ugh. It might be my first time I'm ever gonna say no. I've never once had like a bad, one of the bad faces, but I'm gonna do a bad face here. It doesn't really matter if I pick which one I pick for these. I don't know. There was a cup I saw earlier that looked nice, so I flipped back to that
陶器
page.
ではなくて木のカップの方ですか？
No, that's even worse actually.
確かに。
Porcelain is better. Oh my god, I
ぬくも
hit
り
my
があっ
mic.
てこちらも
No,
いいですね。
ignore everything I said. Go back to the porcelain. Wood is worse. Why would I want a wood cup for my drinks? What is happening? Stop remaking the wheel. A glass cup is fine for my drinky drinks. I don't need any fancy cups for my alcoholies. Oh my god. You think wood is better than porcelain? No! That one does have a nice warmth to it. Don't listen to me. I'm stupid. I'm 22 years old. That means I'm a fucking idiot. After flipping through the pages for various items, we came to a page with an entire room layout.
あなたはどんなインテリアが好きなんです？
What type of interior do you like, Miss
なる
Amasawa?
ほど。では将来住むならやはりそう
I
いう
was
部屋がいい
hoping
んで
she
しょう
would
か。
answer. I actually really wanted to be like, oh, let me pick a style, and I can like look it up and see the style, because I mean I know what I like when I see it, but I don't know like actual interior. Though I can go on fashion, interior design is not something that I'm really like that accustomed to. I know what I like when I see it. Like I like that, and I'll put that here, and that looks the best to me. That's how I usually approach it. But I don't know if there's like a certain style that I like the most. I don't know. I see. So in the future, you'd like to live in a place like that then. Let's talk about the places I'd live, what I'd like, what I wanted in the future. It all sounded so...
どうしたんですか？
What is it, Miss Amasawa? I tried to shake off the image of the two of us as lovers, picking out our next apartment. Girly, she's down bad. Oh my god! Are we gonna see our baby boy here in the same shop? Walking out after just saying, I want this, and this. Once I finished cleaning, Usui and I headed to a nearby mall to do some shopping. Our plan was to buy some kitchenware and other decorations to be used at
次
Evergreen.
はこちらのお店を見ていきましょうか。
Miss Amasawa, shall we take a look at the store next? Usui couldn't carry much due to his wrist sprain. We decided to go together since he hadn't been able to buy in bulk since the incident.
何かお探しでしょうか？
Yes, random clerk lady in random area that I can't see. How can I help you today?
ねえ、室内に飾る小物に良いものがないか見て回っているところです。
What a very vague request, my guy. I'm looking for something aesthetically pleasing to spruce up a room. That's so vague.
室内と言いますと、お二人で住まわれている部屋ですか？
I see. Something to brighten up where you two live. It took a moment for the shopkeeper's words to sink in, but it was clear that she thought Usui and I were a couple. He always thought he was too old for me, but perhaps the two of us looked more like a couple than he thought. At least that's what I allowed myself to think. Then he ruined it. Oh my god.
いえ、僕がバーをやっていまして、その店内で使用するものです。彼女はお店を手伝ってくれているスタ
Do
ッ
you
フで
guys
す。
see what I mean? It's just so... I want romance. There's only so many L's I can take. Do you feel me? I'm not like that fucking masochistic girl in Signs of Affection. Oh my god, but you guys gotta watch Signs of Affection. Anyway, the girl I'm referring to, she has liked this guy since fucking high school, and they're in college, very far into college. I actually think she probably graduated already. I know the guy is still in college because like he travels a lot, so he has a lot of like missed years and missed credits, so that's why he's still in college. Anyway, she's like this guy since fucking high school. They're like very well into college or post-college. And apparently the rumor is this bitch asks him out every fucking week, and since high school, and every week He has turned her down. They're in the same friend group. They're a trio. There's another bitch in there. I could never take that many L's. No, are you no? Like I don't know if I have to commend her for her self-esteem, for her persistence, or really concerned about her mental well-being, because like just to be rejected that harshly so many fucking times, like you literally grew up, came into your body, you don't look like a prepubescent child anymore, you are a fully grown woman, and he still said, nah, I will still not hit that. Actually devastating. Like a girly pop, you gotta take a hint, he don't like you. And she keeps going, like, I can't do that. And that's what it feels like here. Like, a girly here keeps being like, oh my god, everyone says we're a couple, maybe we could be a couple. And he's like, nah, would never actually. She's like, oh, my granddaughter's age. I would kill myself. Oh my goodness, I can't do this. No, I run a bar. I'm looking for new decorations. She's one of my staff members. God, my mood. His denial was so swift and brief that it left me practically decimated. Did he really despise the idea of me being mistaken for his girlfriend so much that he felt compelled to deny it immediately? Girl, I can't. I could never.
本日はとても楽しかったです。良い休日を過ごせました。
I had an excellent time today. Thank you for coming. He took the words out of my mouth. I don't know. I feel horrible. We parted ways there with the plan that I could help clean his room again next week. Boom, 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 boom. 1 week later, when we both had a day off, I visited Usui's place again. Today, I came with a goal in mind. I was going to make Usui a home-cooked meal. After all, he had cooked for me many times before. I wanted him to rest while we were together. But it didn't go as I hoped. I thought the food turned out horrible. However,
美味しいです。
he's lying. I'm pretty sure it's bad. I don't want to be mean to us, but like, if you think it's bad and he said fantastic, it's gotta be a middle. There's either one of y'all are lying or it's like the middle ground is true. This is fantastic. Usui ate his food with a smile. Using his chopsticks, he picked up one of the side dishes I had prepared and encouraged me to open my mouth.
本当ですよ。
You're gonna
あなたも食べてみてくだ
say
さい。ほら。
you're gonna say that we're not together and yet you wanna feed me? You wanna feed me? That's practically saying you love me at this point. I'm serious, you should try it, come on. I felt like we were a couple on our wedding day feeding each other cake. That's what it feels like. I have never said, platonic friend of mine, open up. Let me get this thing that I have been using to eat my own food, and let me like put this with food in it and put it in your mouth. Let me indirect kiss you, which by the way, I was watching a movie with a couple of friends, and it's so funny how anime completely has anime and the idea, because I never thought about an indirect kiss until anime. And so like I watched anime when I was really young, so like now like it's just completely ruined me. So I'm thinking, oh my god, indirect kiss. How shocking, how scandalous, how aghast. You indirect kissed me. Hello Anna, welcome. We're trying to finish up dating the Dilf. I'm being very disappointed though, it's very upsetting. Then I talked myself down. Knowing Usui, he probably saw this more like feeding a baby. Stop! This is not romantic. I'm actually quite depressed. I opened my mouth and took a bite from his chopsticks. We're indirect kissing. Oh, so scandalous. It wasn't as bad as I feared.
いつも自分が作ったものばかり食べているので、
You love old man. I know we do. This is upsetting. The only food I eat is the
こ
food I
うして
make.
誰かが僕のために作ってくれた料理を食べられるなんて幸せですよ。
It's really nice to eat something that someone has made for me. I was content just to see him enjoying the food so much. I wish there was more I can do for him. So I asked if there was anything else he had trouble with.
掃除や買い物の他にですか？あ、そういえば入浴の際、頭を洗うのが大変で仕方ないですね。
Besides shopping and cleaning, well, it's been tough to wash my hair when I bathe. I have been promised a half-naked shirt pic of him. Here it is, it's coming. Thank God, something. I've been waiting for spice. Bitches have been going off at this, that there were spicy scenes here. Oh no, there's not spicy scenes. There were spicy scenes with the boss. That one is gonna be my next route. I want spice. I need spice after this because I'm getting a drought. Like it's not helping. But I was promised this one spicy ass shirtless scene and I need it now. You gotta fix up the fact that you have been depriving me of romance. I had a horny guy, then I had a romance guy, now I'm having a man who keeps denying me and I cannot stand for that one. That one I will not take. I require total and absolute devotion.
ゆっくりやれば片手でも洗えますが、時間がかかるので困ってます。
If I take my time, I can get it done with one hand, but it always takes so darn long. Usui shrugged and smiled back at me.
なんて、当然あなたに手伝わせることはできませんが。
Who says? I can get naked. But I guess it's not something you can help me with, is it? I can help you today. Usui's eyes widened as I boldly offered to help
いや、
him.
今のは単なる軽口です。真剣に受け取ってもらうようなものでは。
Oh, no, I was just answering your question. I couldn't ask you. Still, I wanted to do even more for him. He provided me with so much emotional support since I switched apartments. I wanted to support him too. Even taking my romantic feelings out of it, I felt like I owed him a tremendous debt.
わかりました。そこまで言うのであれば、お言葉に甘えます。
Well, if you insist, I don't see how I can refuse. As if pushed over the edge was my... As if pushed over the edge by my passionate response, Usui agreed. Oh my god, it's gonna happen? Is it gonna happen?
準備できました。
I'm all set. Old man. Lore, were you not there? Lore. Let me tell you right now, the girlie's 22, I think. He is 45. He is more than 20 years older than us. This man is old. I have been lurking. Okay. He is old. He an old man. For her especially. I'll allow it. For her especially. For me, he's not old. For her. He old. All right, here we go, guys. The shirtless scene is coming. I'm all set. I heard his voice from the bath. I put my hand on my chest and took a deep breath, hoping that would calm me. That's all right. Here we go. Oh my god, it's pitch white. I slowly opened the door to the bath and... Damn, wait, none of the guys have actually been toned. Hold on, we got divots? We got muscle definition? I'll take him. I'll take him too. Ooh. All I can see was Usui's bare back. His top half was completely naked. A towel was the only thing wrapped around his waist. The bath was rather small and Usui sat inside completely exposed. I fully clothed, stepped inside.
なんだか緊張しますね。
None of the other men have ever been this naked before with us. Oh my god. I feel somewhat nervous. Apparently, this was even too much for Usui to bear. I don't know, that fucking smirk says a little too much. You ain't nervous at all. I have to admit, it felt very awkward. I turned on the hot water to cover up the silence between us. Very close. It's a different picture. Oh my god. God, what is with the highlight of the water? Is that a chair he's sitting on? Steam rose throughout the tiny room. I told him I would start washing
よろ
his
しくお
hair.
願いします。
Thanks. I lathered the shampoo in my hands and massaged it into Usui's long hair. The shampoo scent was a refreshing mix of citrus and mint. I gulped, thoroughly embarrassed. I'm gonna fix that. It's not embarrassed, horny. But clung to my sense of duty for my mission. I was determined to finish what I started. I will not be swayed. I will not be swayed by the muscles. I am a good Christian girl. I did not laugh because I lied. I live by the Lord. And I will get the job done and not be tempted. I would not be shaken. I would not be swayed. Absolutely not. So funny. I said Christian because I wanted to say Catholic, but because of JD Vance and a whole bunch of like evangelicals coming into Catholicism, a lot of people who have grown up Catholic have come up to be like, this is what's Catholic and not Catholic. Going to church every Sunday, that's not Catholic. Having Bible study, that's not a Catholic thing to do. Like, it's just naming all of these things, and it's just so, because I wanted to say, I will not be shaken from my sense of duty. And I was like a good Catholic girl, and the Catholic girl would immediately run into this. That is the Catholic way. To see sexy men and be like, yup. Just going straight in there. So like a good Christian girl, I will not be swayed. I can't even laugh about being Christian, it's so funny. Catholic girls in trouble. I wondered what to say at a time like this. You don't have to say anything. Why are we talking? Oh my goodness. It's just me, like I wouldn't say shit. Is that too strong? I tried. I love it, like, oh, we're washing his hair. We're only seeing back. We're only seeing back. Only thing given to us. No talking, only hands. Yeah, I know. Oh my god. I feel like her talking embarrasses me more. Like, just get this done. I tried to remember what they asked when shampooing my hair at a salon.
大丈夫ですよ。
He's laughing at us! Don't laugh at me! I'm embarrassed! It's just fine. Usui let out a small chuckle. After washing and rinsing his hair, I moved on to his back. We're doing his back too? I placed my hands on his shoulders and began washing his back with a sponge. Then the heat of his bare body warmed my hands wherever they touched. His shoulders were muscular and taut. He had a slender back and lean toned muscles in his arms. I know! The boys who are younger than him don't look as good as him. This is a man. This is a man. And the other ones were just boys. If only he wasn't hitting on a 20-year-old. I know, and that was my problem. In the very beginning, very beginning of the stream, I was complaining that like we don't get like his route is significantly shorter. It's 2 chapters shorter than everyone else's. While everyone else gets 6, he gets 4. So I was expecting romance on speed dial. Like we're speeding through this romance, right? But it's just that we are halfway through it. Like we just finished chapter 2, we're on chapter 3. Like we're technically like from the answer chart that I'm looking at, which isn't giving me answers, just telling me where the answers are coming in. We're halfway through chapter 3 and we still have yet to establish a romance. Our first route we were living with the boy, having dates, eating out together, having sex within 3 chapters, within the halfway point. The second boy we romanced, by end of chapter 1 we were in a committed relationship. Like, you know what I mean? Like those romances we actually had a romance here. With here it really is just him reminding us that we are too young for him in a way that makes me uncomfortable. He could say like, oh, I'm just too old, I'm just much older than you, or I'm a little like more mature than you, but he's always bringing up the extensive age gap, which to me 20 years is way too much for me. The only way that I would accept 20-year gap is if like you're like 30, like in your 30s, and I'm like, okay, whatever, 20-year gap, whatever. But she's in her 20s. So he's always constantly bringing up 20-year gap, which makes me uncomfy. She'll say things that also make me uncomfortable, and he will reiterate things that make me uncomfortable, and basically putting so much distance between us that I'm just sitting here. I'm like, where's the romance? When are we gonna finally be together? We're almost done. When are you gonna finally like fall in love with me? Like I love yous very early in the other games, and the fact that I'm being deprived of an I love you is very frustrating to me. Almost like he is trying to scare her away by reminding her of the age gap. Yeah, but it's also scaring me away. And it's also just like, I understand why he's doing it, obviously, but because we don't get enough chapters to develop a romance, we have gotten to the halfway part of his storyline and still no romance. And the other guys, we've gotten to the halfway point and we would have a romance already. Like something is happening. Here, it's just like, it's like a refusal of that to happen. So it feels like by the near end of chapter 4 is when we're gonna be getting a romance, when he's finally gonna say I love you, when in the other games we were already establishing a romance by that point. You feel me? Like we haven't even gotten to that part yet. We haven't even gotten to the part of saying I like you to each other, and I need that. I need it. Okay, I said that already. I didn't know where to look, and it's, yeah, surprise slow burn. Yeah, it's a slow burn with being like, oh, we're 20 years difference. It's like, oh, stop reminding me of the icky parts. I want to forget that it happened, that exists, so I can be happy. You keep reminding me, and she keeps feeling bad. Like every time he says something, like she always feels bad about herself, and it makes me sad. Like I don't like that for her. I didn't know where to look, and instead did my best to just focus on the task at hand.
こうしてもらっていると不思議と心が安らぎますね。
Not you speaking, sir. Having you do this for me, I feel strangely at ease. I, on the other hand, was far from at ease. Yeah, no, she is horny. Still, I have to relieve. I was relieved to hear him say that this was relaxing.
だからでしょうか。
Not you whispering in my ear that way, sir. My ear. My sensitive baby ears. I wonder if it's because it's you. I thought I heard him whisper something, but I couldn't hear it over the sound of the shower. When I asked him to repeat himself, he seemed flustered.
何でもありません。気にしないでください。
Nothing, never mind. I rinsed the rest of his body, whispered that I'd finish, and hastily left the bathroom. I borrowed a towel, wiped my hands and feet, and hesitantly returned to the living room. Then the door opened and Usui came out.
ありがとうございました。
It's a nice outfit, I have to say. I don't really like the full deep V, but I do like the outfit. Thank you, Miss
あなたも少し
Amasawa.
濡れてしまっていますね。こっちに来てください。タオルで拭きましょう。
Looks like you've gotten wet too. Come over here, I'll dry you off. Okay. Usui came close to me slowly. The feeling of his skin from just moments ago flashed in my memory, and I instinctively jolted back from him. But the soles of my feet were still wet from the bath, so I slipped on the wooden floor. Watch out! I closed my eyes, preparing to feel my body smack hard on the ground. But the pain never came. I wearily opened my eyes. Not another CG. Usui was in front of me, his arms wrapped protectively around my waist. His breath brushed against my cheek. I saw my face reflected in his eyes. That is not how you hold someone who falls down. That's actually really perfect with this moment. That's actually so perfect. This audio gets so much use. I really was like debating on when I was first putting like little alerts, I was thinking like maybe I shouldn't do this. Like I was getting a lot of like those TikToks with this song, and that's the only reason why I put it in. But like I was thinking to myself like, why? Like no, I'm not gonna do this. I don't know. For some reason, I'm just like I have nothing else. I'm just gonna put it in there, and that is the most used thing that anyone puts up. Oh my god. Oh, Usher. Okay. Our faces drew closer together, and just as his lips were about to reach mine. You bitch! Usui pulled himself away!
すみません。
I'm sorry. I didn't bother to ask why he was apologizing. I knew it was his way of rejecting me. Was I too mature? Was I not mature enough? Not attractive enough? I asked him for his
あなたに
reason.
魅力がないだなんて思ったことはありませんよ。
It's not that I'm not attracted to
あ
you.
なたは素敵な女性です。僕にはもったいないほどの。
I think you're wonderful. Far too good for someone like me. His words stung like a knife in my heart. I couldn't listen to another word. I reached for his collar. Ah! Ah! No, I love him! I have seen so many Reddit posts. I may actually like, no, Reddit threads. I may actually find it and kind of like link it somewhere. Maybe, I don't know, maybe on my YouTube or something. But I've seen so many Reddit threads complaining about this storyline. And I kind of agree with them. I feel like a lot of it, like I said, my issues are, I am very much attracted to him, right? He is probably, to me, the hottest one out of all of them. Like, I find him the most attractive. But we get the least romance with him. And I can't even call it a slow burn because he is actively rejecting us. It really is just like a girl not accepting a no for an answer. He is actively rejecting us. It's not even like a burn. It very much is like a no, I don't like you. No, I don't like you. No, I don't like you. Okay, I tolerate you now. Do you know what I mean? But like, it's too much of that for too little time. I need far less of that, far more romance, so that I can like bask in this like this vicarious living that I'm doing right now. And I want more of him. Like I want this romance, like, cause I love him. He's hot. I think he's so gentlemanly. I think he's so sweet, so nice. He's like so good. I want more of him. I feel like cheated that we don't get 6 chapters. Fine, and finally kiss him.
一体何を
Bitch, you kissed him. Miss Amasawa, what are you? He tried to pull me off, but perhaps because of his injury, he couldn't use much strength.
どうしてこんな
I forgot the noises. Every time I forget the noises exist. Why are you? His question between kisses broke me. Stop questioning me. Just kiss me.
これに懲りたら不用意に気を持たせるような発言は慎んでください。
You've got to be more careful. Take this as a lesson. Please don't be so reckless with your
男は
words.
単純な生き物です。簡単に女性から好意を持たれていると勘違いしてしまいます。
Men have a tendency to take any kindness from a beautiful woman as a sign of
好きで
affection.
もない男性に隙を見せたり距離を詰めたりしてはいけません。
You shouldn't open yourself up like that to a man you feel no
気
affection
軽に
for.
触れさせるのもダメです。いいですね。
And you shouldn't let them touch you so freely. Do you understand? Usui said those things from a man's perspective, but he didn't know it was the same for women. Okay, but don't victim blame, bro. He has been so kind to me, done so much for me. How could it be possible not to have feelings for him? I don't want to say I do love you, because I feel like even that can be like, nah. The I'm serious feels like a double down. That's the one I want. I'm serious. Damn. Can I get the full picture now? Like, I have been getting like little snippets of this picture. I want the full thing. I kissed Usui again, and he gasped at my words. I felt empty. I spoke like 2 times to this one dude, and he was into me. That's not on me. Okay, that's what you meant by don't victim blame. No, I get you. Oh. The same happened to me and this one guy. My friends were like, oh my god, you talk to him. Okay, I've always said this, and maybe it's just a me thing and everyone else is just very bad at this and they suck. I can make any conversation good. Maybe I'm just really good at conversation. Maybe I just like the sound of my own voice. I don't know, but I'm very good at making conversations good, right? So essentially when people are like, oh, they have good banter, they have like their conversation's really good, I think to myself that's the lowest bar, because like I can make any conversation good, and I do that to even people that I don't really care about. So like one time like I was at this place and my friends were like, oh my god, like you were talking to that guy for a long time, oh my god, and I was listening to your conversation, you seem so into it, do you want to, and he told me that he thinks you're cute, you want to go with him? And I was just like, no, why? I didn't say this to them because like that guy was also like a friend, but I basically kind of felt very empty in the conversation. It was really like whatever thing that they felt like, oh my god, it flowed so easily. Yeah, because I made it. Like I don't think it actually felt easily. I actually tried several times to myself, is he gonna stop talking to me yet? Like, are we done? Can I like if I walk away, would the conversation end? Can that happen? Like, it really was just kind of like, it felt like nothing. Like, you know what I mean? So like, I don't know. The fact that a man can be like, oh, talk to me once, we're in love. Why? That was so easy to do. It's not that hard. I need you to set those standards a little high. Yeah, and especially online, you just talk to people casually and bam. Yeah, so weird. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I felt empty. I was kissing the man I loved, but he gave me nothing in return. This is literally so sad. I don't like this feeling. If I couldn't connect to his heart, I at least wanted our bodies to connect. Are we fucking tonight? It sounds like we're fucking tonight. It sounds like we're fucking. See, it's bold. I know. I would never be this bold. Oh my god, I'd be so scared. Our lips were so hot that they seemed to melt together. Oh, so he's finally giving in. Can I finally get this whole picture now? Because I need it. I knew that after this, we could never go back to the way we were before. So I wanted to make this last moment together with Usui unforgettable. Wait. Usui tried to push me away as if to end it here. I have to say, despite the buildup, I appreciate the fact that they made her make the first move. I do agree. I do agree because it feels less like a predatory old man and does feel like two consenting adults. Do you know what I mean? And I also like it because like we have yet to see the MC kind of be bold, so I like it that it's in this perspective that she is bold. In a situation where she would usually be the victim, I like that she is this bold character within it. Essentially turning it not into something disgusting and into something like, you know, nice. Let me see. Hold on. I want to know when we blah, blah, blah. Okay, those were her thought process. And then we broke the kiss. And so I said, I'm serious. And then you kissed him again. Okay, that's how it happened. Okay, just making sure. But I didn't want to leave yet. I grasped his shoulders harder. I can't. I can't. I won't be able to resist any further temptation. I was not going to let him go, no matter what he said. I was scared our relationship would end completely if I let go now. It's not too late to turn back. What do you want to do? He talked to me like he was testing me, but my heart was set. Hurry up, bro, before your hip gets out. Before your hip gets out. No. Oh my god. He talked to me like he was testing me, but my heart was set. Okay, I skipped it by accident. I'm so sorry. But Usui held me by my waist again. Oh, then Usui held me by my waist again. Look at her booty. Finally, the whole picture. We've been teased by this. Oh my god, been teased by this picture. What is it that you want? The way he spoke to me was cold and indifferent. As he whispered, his large hand caressed my lower back. He asked me what I wanted, but I didn't have enough experience to tell him exactly, and we don't have experience. And we don't have experience. Oh my goodness, why is this happening to me? For this night only? Why? Ugh. Tell me what you want from me. For this night only, I'll do anything you wish. Hey, yo, old man. Why only this night? Thank you. Why only this night? The way he phrased it, I understood the line he drew. I understood so well that I wish I did it. My eyes pricked with heated tears. You know, Anna, he wants to clap our cheeks for only one night. Like we're never, ever, ever gonna do this again. He's saying this is a one-night stand? What the fucking thank you? That's what I keep saying. This is so upsetting. Where is the romance? I want a romance. This is so upsetting. I'm actually very sad for her. I feel like this route is just basically... tormenting her. She's never been happy in any of the chapters that we've had with her. I told him I wanted him to do everything.
全部ですか。
Everything.
それはまた随分とはしたないお願いですね。
That's a naughty wish. I blushed when I saw him smile because I realized what I had wished
Yeah.
for.
悪くない。
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
まずは口づけから始めましょうか。
The noises are so good. Zakia, you walked in on the latter half of the sex scene. Laura's freaking out. Oh my goodness. Despair. Yeah, no, you missed it. So sorry. It's the latter half, but like, it's so sad. He essentially said it's gonna be a one-night stand. We're never gonna do this again. Come on, be our lover. We don't give a shit. That's essentially like what I'm saying. Like I feel so bad for her. This is actually quite upsetting. I really don't like what this game is kind of like doing to the MC. I find it really sad. I click something and I'm trying to get rid of it, but it's like not going away. Yeah, it's not going away. What? No, Grampy, don't do this don't do us like this. Yeah, it's just, I'm gonna reiterate all my thoughts at the end of this chapter because I feel like I'm just stopping. I'm gonna say all my thoughts at the end. Then let's start with a kiss. Usui toyed with me until the sky grew light. This is so upsetting.
3
Miss Amasawa? Oh, Lord have mercy. What is happening? And Usui, no, we shouldn't. I'm old and you're young. It's wrong. Okay, fine. One night stand. That's crazy. I woke up groggy to Usui's voice. Why Usui's voice? The fog fled from my brain and I remembered where I was. I realized I was wearing nothing and quickly grabbed some clothes to hide
おはようご
myself.
ざいます。体は大丈夫ですか？
Good morning. Are you feeling all right? When I told Usui I was fine, his face relaxed with
そうで
relief.
すか。とりあえず朝食にしましょう。
I see. Well then, let's have breakfast. I offered to help him once I got
Yep.
dressed.
僕一人で大丈夫です。
He's trying to put distance between us again. Nope, I'll be fine. I'll be fine alone. That the strong tone in which he refused me made my blood run cold.
それよりシャワーをどうぞ。タオルは棚のものを
This
自由に
is
使ってく
so
ださい。
frustrating. Feel free to take a shower if you like. There are some towels on the shelf. His voice was distant. The air, I will fight this. The air was distant. His voice was distant. The air heavy. Unable to say a word, I nodded and went to the shower. This feels like he'd better have happy end with us. I think I'm going, hold on, let me see. Oh wait, you guys can't see. Give me a second. Where is my Vivian? Here it is. Oh, wrong thingy. Wait. Wrong thingy. There you go. We have one more question. We have one question for this game, we have to pick either a love or a work, and then the next chapter we have to pick the opposite one, and then we'll be able to, you know, to get the happy route. Well, not the happy route, the perfect end. So we're on track to getting the perfect end, but it fucking sucks how we're getting there. Like, the road to the good end, to the perfect end, it fucking sucks. I really don't like it. Unable to say a word, I nodded and went to the shower. After cleaning up, I found a delicious breakfast waiting for me on the dining table. The two of us sat down in silence. You know what I'm gonna do, actually? Because I am gonna unfortunately have to take a 2-week break within May, and then I'll continue playing this game with the other boys. I'm gonna have a ranking system and put all the boys in a ranking system. And Usui right now is definitely at the bottom. Like, this sucks. Like, this is actively fucking sucks. I don't like what's happening to her. The two of us sat down in silence. I told him how delicious the food was, but nothing more was said. At the end of our quiet breakfast, Usui turned to me.
さて、昨日のことですが。
My God, Mr. Masawa, about last night.
何もなかったことにしま
I'm
しょう。
gonna fucking murder him. Let's pretend it never happened. And the fucking music, of course. Remember the happy fun times we had with oh my god, I forgot his name. Remember the happy fun times we had with the blonde kid? And also Nori. Remember the happy fun times we had? I mean, Nori pissed me off too, especially in the middle. But like, remember how he was cutesy with us? Let's pretend this never happened. Although I had been prepared for this, my body stiffened from his abruptness.
あなたの行為はとても嬉しい。けれど、受け入れることはできません。
Listen, old man, I won't take that answer. We're gonna make love every day until you accept your desires. Nah, listen. I love the enthusiasm, Anna, but like, I think I said it before. I cannot sit here and take all these. Again, this is just me up. This is like a personality thing, because I feel like, again, this is just a personality thing. I could not. I think that's why I'm getting turned off by this route. I cannot take. After 2 L's, first of all, personally, after 1 L, I'm gone. But let's pretend I'm persistent. 2 L's. That's as much as my ego and personality and ability to have my time wasted can accept. 2 times. After the second L, I'm gone forever. I can't sit here and just keep taking L's. Like, and when we finally got a W, it was actually an L in disguise. Like, what? Like, I think that's why I'm like not liking this route. It's just personally for me, this fucking sucks. She has never once been happy in any of these chapters. She's always been really sad. He is never forthcoming with any of his feelings. We only get his feelings in the afterward, in the little spin-off sections. He's always reminding us of our age gap, which, in my opinion, I've already said, 20 years isn't bad when you're 30. But when you're 20, a 20-year age gap is very disgusting and concerning to me. So I have been trying to forget her age, but he keeps reminding me. Do you know what I mean? So it just keeps icking. It gives me the ick, and he keeps doing it, and then he keeps pushing us away and treating us like a child, which I also don't like. And he's just doing ick things that make me mad, and then he's also rejecting me as I am very forthcoming with my feelings for him, and I'm very like, I'm being very earnest, and he's just like, no, which is fine. Of course, look, listen, of course he can say no, but then the way he says no is, oh, I don't know, and then like this, you know, he had sex, and then he's like, oh, forget it ever happened. Way to like be a fuckboy. Like way to take Way to act like a 20-year-old, actually. Your affection means a great deal to me, but I cannot accept it in the way you like. Oh, another thing, I don't like the fact that she's never once been happy. She has not been happy in this entirety of like this route, in my opinion. She's okay. I'm sorry, I thought my headphone went out. She's only in my opinion ever have been sad. She's only ever has been suffering. She has not had a happy moment with him. He always crushes it because he always has to, you know, remind her of the 20-year age gap, of like the 20-year age gap, of like their maturity difference, of like their social, not social standing, but like whatever, just like things with age. He's always doing that and always pushing her away from him. So she's never once been happy, and finally the time that she is remotely happy, he crushes it, and it's just like a not good route for me. I don't like it. I don't want to. Okay.
気持ちには今回で区切りをつけて、また元の関係に戻りましょう。
You're so right. I can totally forget how much you came inside of me, and we can forget all about this. Let's put an end to such things and go back to the way things were before. He was delicate. I don't think so. And in typical Usui fashion, he did everything to avoid hurting me. I don't think so. I think he's actually hurting me more. With no way to refuse, I accepted. I spat out my coffee. But it's true. Like, yeah, sure. I can totally forget how the many times you've come inside of me. In me, on me, I don't know. Like, I can totally, yeah, sure, don't worry. We'll forget that ever fucking happened. Bitch! Ugh. There's no way to refuse, I accepted. I am actively so sad for her. I left his place, returned home, and began to bawl. My heart felt split in two. Perhaps it would be best to go back to the way things were after all. I had taken advantage of him, and he had every right to hate me for it. Did you take advantage of him? I appreciate that they didn't make him too eager, but they could have cut that way short. I agree. It could have been cut a lot shorter. I wouldn't say you took advantage of him. I think he took advantage of you. Because he knew you liked him. He knew he was attracted to you, but didn't want to enter in that type of relationship, but still had sex with you. And then said at the very end of it, let's forget that whole thing happened. I mean, yes, he did say this is only for one night and you agreed to it, but he's still I don't know. Even then, I can't even say he took advantage of you, because he did warn you, and he did warn you beforehand. It just still fucking sucks. I don't think any of y'all took advantage. I think he took advantage of the fact that you liked him, so he was able to have sex with you. But I don't think anyone took advantage of anyone. Like, I don't know. I don't agree with this statement. The more I thought about it, the more I wanted to burrow into myself and disappear in self-loathing. This is exactly why I don't like this route. This is actively like, oh my god, I don't want to be in Usui's mind.
いらっしゃいませ。
Welcome. After welcoming customers in, I continued drying the washed glasses, but when I realized Miss Amasawa wasn't here today. We had enough part-timers that day that I didn't put her on the schedule. Perhaps that was just as well. It would have been awkward seeing her again so soon after. I had long understood her feelings for me. Even I wasn't so obtuse not to see what she wanted. She wanted me to see her as an adult, as a partner. That made me happy. It truly did. At first, my feelings for her were like that of a family member's, and I wanted to protect her. But as we spent more and more time together, my feelings for her only
僕は
intensified.
最低だな。
I can't believe I did that to her. When I thought back on it, I hated myself. I didn't do what I did only because she asked it of me. I touched her because it was what I wanted to do.
それなのに彼女に責任を押し付けた。
And yet I let her feel like she pressured me into it. Oh, gaslighting, I see. I continually asked if she was okay, asked how she wanted me, and did as she wished. I allowed her to think that only her desires were being
優
fulfilled.
しい彼女のことだ。きっと後悔しているだろう。
She's a sweet woman. She must be filled with so much regret. But I couldn't tell her the truth. A beautiful young woman like that is wasted on someone like me. She'll forget about me in time, and she'll find someone else, someone better.
いらっしゃいませ。
Welcome. Not the boys! Not the boys! It's my look, guys. It's my ex-lover. Oh, isn't he the cutest? I looked up to see some rare faces enter the
久しぶり
bar.
ですね。ご無沙
It's been
汰
a
してます
while.
臼井さん。
It certainly has, Usui. Can we just talk about Kobase's lips? There's something about them. They're so like kissable. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the scowl that accompanies the lips. I need happiness somewhere, guys. I'm looking at other men for happiness because this boy is not giving it to me.
今日はお二人ですか。確か以前もいらっしゃった。
It's just the two of you today. We've met before, I believe. As I spoke, I turned to the face of the man standing next to Kobase.
吉岡です。今日は小橋さんとの打ち合わせの帰りで。
My baby boy, look at him. Oh, he's so pretty. I want to kiss him. I miss him so much. An arcade drama romance. It really was telenovela like. I felt like I was fulfilling my grandmother's greatest wish. Yes, I'm Yoshioka. I was just returning to my office after a meeting with Kobase today.
以前ここにお邪魔した時、お料理が美味しかったので、こちらで飲もうという話になりました。
But the last time I came here, the food was so delicious. So I had to stop by for a drink and a bite to eat. The two of them came and sat at the corner in front of me, the counter in front of
それ
me.
はそれはありがとうございます。以前頼まれたのは確かエビとアスパラの炒め物ですよね。
Well, thank you for that. I believe you had the shrimp and asparagus stir fry last time. Yes. Damn, I would
覚え
never
てい
remember
ただい
that.
ているんですね。それでは同じものと合いそうなお酒をおすすめでお願いします。
Quite the memory you have. I'd like the same this time as well. This time, as well as a drink to pair it with. Yoshioka had a look that wasn't easy to forget. Oh no, how can you forget that cutie pie? Oh, I can forget his name all the time. For some reason, I wanted to say something like Yoshioka, but I was like, no, I can't. I must be forgetting his name. No, but I was right. How can you forget Yoshioka? Look at him. The love of blondes is really strong. I'm so sorry. Yoshioka had a look that wasn't easy to forget. In fact, many of the customers still remembered him too, because he's gorgeous and he's mine. I nodded and turned my gaze to Kobase.
俺はジントニックと料理はどうするかな。以前はなかったメニューがありますね。
I'll have a gin and tonic. And what should I get to eat? Looks like you added quite a bit to the menu. A gin and tonic, if no one knows, is a cocktail made with gin, tonic water, and lime or lemon.
それは彼女が協力してくださって追加されたメニューです。
Yes, it's all thanks to Miss Amasawa that we were able to expand our menu.
あいつがなるほど。
Amasawa? I see.
確か彼女は企画でエバーグリーンを取り扱っているとか。
I'm so sorry, Yoshioka. We can't be together in this route. I wish I could. I wish I could be happy with you. I do remember hearing something about Miss Amasawa working on a project with
大
Evergreen.
人の隠れ家特集ってやつです。それの第一弾としてお願いしたんですよ。
A column on adult hideaways. We're doing the first edition on Evergreen.
それで取材を兼ねて時々店で働いてもらっているんです。とても助かってますよ。
Yeah, she frequently visits to conduct interviews and help me around the bar. She's done a lot for me.
この木製のカップも彼女に選んでもらって購入したものなん
I'm
です。
sorry. I shouldn't have picked out wooden. I should have said yes to the porcelain. I'm sorry. The wooden cups are terrible. This is a bad idea. Who said yes to wooden cups? Not I. She actually picked out these wooden cups for us. No, incorrect. I did not pick out wooden cups. Absolutely not. That is stupid. I would never do such a thing.
確かに素敵なデザインのカップですね。
Never mind. Yoshioka likes it, so I did do that actually. Oh my god, thank you so much, Yoshioka. Aren't I talented? I'm so good at picking out designs. It really is a lovely
それ
design.
とおかげさまで腕の怪我もずいぶん良くなりました。
And thanks to her, my hand is feeling much better. Having said it out loud, I was again reminded of how I've been procrastinating. It was nearly a month since the incident, and though my wrist is still hurt from time to time, I could work without issue. As far as I can tell, most of the interviews Miss Amasawa needed for Evergreen were finished. Therefore, there was really no reason for Miss Amasawa to still be working here at Evergreen.
潮時かもしれないな。
Perhaps it's best if she moves on. I
小
agree.
橋君、お願いがあるのですが。
Kobase, I have a favor to ask. I'm gonna get fired. Oh my goodness.
お前のエバーグリーンへの取材は今日をもって終了とする。
Amasawa, I want you to wrap up your time at Evergreen, effective today. Today? Kobayashi, oh, I'm sorry, I bumped into a million things. Kobayashi had called me over to his desk, and upon hearing his sudden order, I
臼井さ
froze.
んの腕も治ったようだし、新しいアルバイトも追加するそうだ。
Usui's hand seems to have healed nicely, and they are hiring another part-time position. And they are hiring another part-time
記事の
position.
内容に必要な素材も集まったんだろう。いつでも更新できるようにページを完成させるんだ。
You've gathered everything you need for the piece, right? We can launch it as soon as the page is finished. From the beginning of the project, I knew this day would come, but I was still terribly upset about the distance between Usui and I since that day. I nodded in understanding and returned to my desk. Kobase? Seriously? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna need to take a quick 15-minute break. Yeah, I have to I just have to take a quick break. All right, I'll see you guys in a sec. I was trying to push through until the very end of this chapter, but it looks like they're really gonna make me work for the very fucking last question. So, BRB. Okay, I have returned. I am back from the things I needed to do. All right. And I also got water for my troubles. And now back to the hellscape of playing this fucking route. Oh my god, I'm so upset about this route. Okay. So we're in Kobayashi's point of view. After Amasawa returned to her desk, I could see that she was upset. Usui's request was the only reason I forced her to cease her work at Evergreen.
小橋君、お願いがあるのですが。
Oh, Kobase, I have a favor to ask.
取材はもうこれきりにしていただけないでしょうか。
I'd like to wrap up this whole work experience thing as soon as possible. Welcome back. Thank you so much, Lord.
何か失礼を？
Did she do something wrong?
めっそうもない。ただ取材は十分なようですし、僕の怪我も良くなりました。
Don't be silly. It's just, I think she has enough material, and my injury has healed well
こ
enough.
れ以上は業務の範疇外になるんじゃないでしょうか。
Anything more will be above and beyond the scope of her duties.
それは確かにそうですが。
I see. I suppose you may be right.
彼女が来てくれるのはありがたいですし、嬉しいです。
I'm extremely grateful she came here.
けれ
Really.
ど、これ以上引き止めておくのはダメだと思います。
But I don't think it will be right for me to keep her here any longer. Usui smiled and went on to say a parable.
美しい花畑に咲く綺麗な花を自分のためにと摘んでいくのは罪だと思いませんか？
You know what they say. It's a crime to pluck a beautiful flower from a garden to keep it for yourself. It seemed he wanted to let Amasawa return out of concern for her work at
わかり
Estadio.
ました。状況を確認次第、問題がなければ取材は切り上げさせていただきます。
Understood. I'll check with her and make sure she doesn't need anything else before ending her time
あり
here.
がとうございます。
Thank you. I figured that would be the end of it. But Yoshioka leaned forward and spoke up.
詳しい状況がわからない人間が口を出すことではないかもしれませんが、
Oh,
私は
Yoshioka
そうは思い
always
ません。
defending us no matter what route we're on. That's why he's the best and I love him. Perhaps it's not my place to say, but I don't think that that's quite right.
美しい花畑に咲く綺麗な花は他の綺麗な花々に埋もれて花畑としか認識されない。
A beautiful flower in a sea of beautiful flowers is just one of many, a singular piece of a larger
それより
garden.
は花を一心に愛してくれる人に頼られた方が幸せではないでしょうか。
Perhaps that flower would be happier in the hands of someone who loved it. The way that I am smiling so wide from just what he's... Yoshioka was made for me. Like, honestly, like this man, like, he just knows how to make me feel better. I've been feeling so horrible and just him saying this has made me feel immensely better. Like, I feel so happy. Perhaps that flower would be happier in the hands of someone who loved it. I agree. God, I want to cry.
花もそれを望んでいるのならなおさら。
If that is indeed what the flower wants. Usui smile soured at Yoshioka's perspective. He had read deeper into the situation than I had.
なるほど。
I
参
see.
考にさせていただきます。
I'll keep that in mind. Knowing the two of them, I was inclined to intervene, but they were both adults and this was their problem. I let out a quiet, frustrated groan. I'm so sorry, boss. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much for the hydrate, Janice, and the stretch. Drive-by self-care. Thank you so much. Ugh. Let me get that stretch. I'm gonna need it. I've been sitting down all day on this desk. It's not totally my fault, but I have. Oh, my back. Oh, good. Kobayashi told me to wrap up at the bar that day. My time there was finally at its end. Miss Amasawa. I turned to see Usui staring at me, wearing his casual, gentle smile. I'm playing a game all day and I needed to. Thank you. Someone understands.
今日まで本当にありがとうございました。何から何まであなたには助けられてしまって。
I swear to God, Usui, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Oh my God, I'm so pissed. I don't know how they can make me like want this romance at the end. Like, I'm actually really upset. Thank you for everything you've done. You've helped me in many ways, in more ways than I care to count. Oh my God. Okay, so let me see. Okay. I enjoyed our time together. That seems okay. That seems like it's doing a lot. Do you feel me? That's doing a lot. That is doing a lot of implications that I don't feel like doing right now. I don't feel like having double entendres. No. The piece will turn out great. It was a valuable experience. I'm glad I can help. I think it was a valuable experience is the like this is usually what you say when you like leave a job. I enjoyed our time together. I enjoyed blah blah blah, right? That's usually what you say, but obviously it's giving a double entendre. So I think that that's like the top love one. I think the top work one would be it's kind of very still corporate sounding one, which is it was a valuable experience, because like what you say when you leave like a job is like you are like basically like complimenting like your time together, like the experience you had, right? So like this one and this one kind of do it, but this one changes that phrasing up a little bit to give a double entendre, which is why I don't want to say it. I'd rather say this one, which is the more corporate one, but I'm gonna save because I'm not risking what we did last time. I knew it. Okay, hold on.
こちらこそいろいろと新鮮でした。
Okay, there we go. It was also a valuable experience for me.
僕一人だったら思いつかなかったような発想や発見もたくさんありましたし。
There were so many ideas you came up with that I'd never have thought up on my own. I learned a lot from you.
たくさんの刺激が得られました。
You've left me truly inspired. I went to shake Usui's hand, and with that, it was all over. No, don't cry. You hold your fucking tears in. We are not crying right now. You get the fuck out of this place and then you cry. All right, you gotta get a block down. You do not cry in front of him. You do not show that he broke you. Do not fucking cry, bitch. Suck all those feelings back inside. My vision blurred. My body swayed. No, I can't even have a little bit of dignity. I'm so upset. I was literally like pounding my feet on the floor like a child. That's how upset I am. Like, what the fuck? Miss Amasawa, what's wrong? I need dignity. I heard Usui's voice as if from far away. Whatever. And I collapsed on the spot. Is this it? That's how the chapter fucking ends? I can't do this right now. I cannot do this right now. This is crazy. Oh, I missed your what you said, Lore. Agreed. I missed what you said before. I had something blocking it. I had to like finally got that thing out of the way. This is so upsetting. Yes, I want this fucking spin-off. I'm actually quite upset that I wish I would have played the fucking the actual Dilf, not this one. I'm calling him a Dilf because he's old, but he's not a Dilf. There's actually a dad here. I should have played the dad. Like, I'm actually fucking upset. Won't be long now. Miss Amasawa was going to visit my place again. Whenever she visited, I got fidgety. I felt like a teenager again. I had never had a woman visit me at this apartment before. She was the first. On top of that, she said she planned on cooking for me a meal that day. Since I usually did the cooking, I was very excited to try her food. I allowed myself to get quite excited at the
浮かれ
prospect.
ているのかな。
I'm excited to see her. I knew this feeling well enough to know I couldn't pretend otherwise anymore. I also knew I wasn't young enough to be by her side. I still couldn't resist it. I still couldn't accept it. The more I thought about our age difference, the more lost I
僕
became.
は彼女のことを
When it comes to her, as if to pull me out of my thoughts, my phone rang.
あ、マスター俺だよノリです
Oh my god, Nori! You know, Nori, I miss you literally so fucking much. I miss you so much. I'm with a emotionally unavailable man right now, and I need you so much. I need you to cling to me. I need your emotions so much. I am. Wow, what one bad route can do to a person. I really was pushing that boy away from me, and now I'm like clinging to him. I want him on me now. Mr. Manager, it's me, Nori. It was Tainaka. I love him. He told me that he was looking for a part-time job and asked if he can work at Evergreen. Let him work at Evergreen. He's a cook.
この間いつからシフト入れそうってマスターから聞かれたまま返事できてなかったから
You told me to call you when I could start working. You're the new part-timer? All right, bitch, you gotta leave. You gotta leave. I'm prioritizing Nori than your fucking dumbass romance. He gotta get part-time work, okay? My baby boy, he is going up in life. I support him. Oh, he's such a cutie pie. You told me to call you when I could start working, and I didn't have the chance to
あ
respond
の
yet.
ねもういつでも入れると思うよ呼んでくれたらすぐ行くね
But you know what? I think I'm ready to start working. So call me, and I'll be
わ
there.
かりました。それではアルバイトとして入ってもらうことが確定したらまたこちらから連絡を入れます。
Understood. Let me double check the schedule and let you know when to come in for a shift.
了解
Roger that. Oh, he's gonna seduce all the ladies. You're gonna have a lot of ladies come in. Ooh, that face, that wink, that smile. I know that smile. I've been seduced by that smile. I know that smile. Ooh, he's gonna be I'm gonna put a new hotspot because that man. When I hung up the phone, I stared up at the ceiling for a moment to think. Hiring Tanaka meant Miss Amasawa would no longer have an excuse to come in and help. Hire him! He needs work! Fuck me and my have a job! Of course, if she still needed some info for her piece, that'd be one thing, but I knew this couldn't go on forever and figured it was time it ended. Evergreen without her felt incomplete, even though it would just go back to the way it was before. But it was time. It was better for neither of us to get more attached than we already were now. I wasn't sure if she had noticed it, but the way we've been interacting with each other had changed. I didn't think it was possible to brush off her feelings any
そして
longer,
僕自身の気持ちの変化も
or my own heart's longing. Are we done? I don't care about this man anymore. The doorbell. Miss Amasawa had
この気
arrived.
持ちに答えは出せない。出すわけにもいかない。
I can't respond to her feelings. I can't even let her know how I feel this way. I pushed those thoughts to the back of my mind as I went to the door to welcome her in. This is so annoying. I'm so mad. Now we're gonna go to chapter 4. This is the final fucking chapter. I'm pissed. I'm gonna get a blanket. I'm pissed. I need to be covered. I need comfort. in these trying times. I'm being pushed to my limit. As I faded back into consciousness, oh my god, this is so heavy. Ugh, okay. As I faded back into consciousness, I slowly came to realize that I had passed out. I wonder why. I mean, I never passed out, so I wouldn't know why. You would. I hope it's... Oh, God. I wasn't sure how I returned home. Oh, we're home? I tried to remember. It was my last day at Evergreen. I was saying goodbye to Usui.
どうしたんですか?
Masawa, what's wrong? I remembered falling on the floor and hearing Usui's frantic voice. I'd have to call him to let him know I was alright. I attempted to pull myself from bed. Literally kill yourself. Literally kill yourself! Get off of me! Don't grab my hand, you fucking bitch! How'd you know where I live? Oh, wrong button. How did you know I lived here? Get out of here, you stalker! I was shocked by the sight before me. Usui was right here. He was sitting in the chair next to my bed. Miss Amasawa. Thank goodness you're awake. I couldn't wrap my head around the situation.
すみません。説明しますね。
Yes, right. Let me explain. My memory of the event was a little hazy, but once I woke up from fainting, Usui took me to the hospital. There, the doctor said I collapsed due to overwork.
私が家まで送ったところで、また寝てしまって、心配なので、目が覚めるまで待っていました。
I took you home and you immediately fell back asleep. I was worried, so I waited here until you woke up again. Usui held my hand tightly and wouldn't let go. I placed my other hand on top of his and I realized he was shaking.
前に姉がいるとお話ししたことがありますよね。覚えていますか?
Do you remember before when I told you I had an older sister? I nodded. Of course I did. It's the bane of my fucking existence. He told me again that I reminded him of her when we first met. Like her, I was dedicated and passionate about my work.
姉は仕事の疲れがたたって倒れて、そのまま亡くなったんです。
One day, after a long day of work, she collapsed too. She died shortly after that. I held my breath and listened quietly as Usui told me the full
僕
story.
の実家が小さな温泉旅館だということも前に話したと思いますが、
I told you before that my family owns a small inn near a hot spring.
姉は
Near a hot
自
spring.
分が旅館を継ぐために学生時代から旅館を手伝っていて、
My sister helped out there since we were kids. It was her goal to one day take over the family business.
短大に進学して経済の勉強をしながら引き続き旅館の仕事も続けていました。
She studied economics at a nearby college while working at the
しか
inn.
しその頃
But then
僕は知らなかったんですが、旅館の経営はあまりうまくいっていなかったようで、
I had no idea at the time, but apparently the inn wasn't doing very well
姉
financially.
は短大を辞め、旅館を盛り立てるために一層働き詰めになりました。
My sister dropped out of college to help keep the inn
し
afloat.
かも従業員をリストラさせないため、少しでも足しになればと
She
隠れて
also
バイトもしていたそうです。
started taking on part-time work so we wouldn't have to lay off any staff at the
人
inn.
一倍努力家なのに、努力しているところを人に見せず、強くあろうとする姉でした。
She worked harder than any of us, but she never showed it. She always tried to stay strong. She always tried to be strong.
だから誰も無理をしていることに気づいてあげられなかった。
Because of that, nobody saw that she was pushing herself too
みんな
hard.
姉を失った悲しみを受け止めきれなくて、どうして気づかなかったのかとお互いを責めるばかりでした。
When it happened, nobody wanted to accept it. We just blamed each other for not seeing the signs of her
僕が
overwork.
両親と揉めたのもそれが原因です。
After that, things between my parents and I fell apart. I thought back to how Usui had treated me up to this point, including his worries about my work. When I told him I planned to work both the Estacy and at Evergreen, he had trouble accepting it. That must have been because of everything that happened to his
そ
sister.
れなのに僕はあなたの負担に気づけなかった。
Even after all that, I didn't see the burden you were
また
carrying.
同じ過ちを犯すところだった。
And I almost made the same mistake again. Usui looked like he was going to burst into tears at any moment, but he held it in. I pushed myself up to hug Usui to tell him it was okay, and he wrapped his strong arms around me in
無
return.
事で本当によかった。あなたまで失ったら僕は。
I'm so glad you're alright. If I lost you too, The two of us embraced each other silently. We didn't kiss or move against one another. Nothing. We just held each other like that. And I felt closer to him than I have ever been before. Finally, some emotional vulnerability. My fucking god. This guy's pissing me off. A few days later, I returned to my job at Estadio. Honestly, I felt better after just one day, but Usui worried and wouldn't allow it. Even if his feelings for me were not romantic in nature, it still made me happy to know how much he cared. I made the rounds to everyone in the department to tell them it only took 90% of the route. That's what I'm saying! That's what pisses me off. Like, it took the last fucking chapter to, you know, get here. And it's just so... It's so frustrating. Again, compared to the other boys. Like, I keep mentioning the other boys. Everyone, please watch the VODs or go to my YouTube. Watch it there. Buddies. The other two, like, it's as if they were cutting out their own hearts and trying to throw it at me. You know what I mean? They were like, oh my god, especially oh my god, I literally want to say every other name, but like, hold on, give me a second. I keep wanting to say Yashigumi for some reason, but it's Yoshioka. Especially Yoshioka. He was literally the one who was the least emotionally available was Nori. And that man, every time I came into the fucking house, he was like, oh my god, I must bear hug you. He was that emotionally unavailable one. You understand what I mean? This man was like throwing himself at me. And he was, oh my god. He was more emotionally available than this man. Oh my god, Nori and Yoshioka, like fucking Yoshioka was like, oh my god, it was so perfect. By the end of Route 1, we were fucking in a committed relationship. It took 90% of the fucking game to even get to like him being remotely vulnerable with me. After fucking cutting my own heart and stomping on it. Okay, I made the rounds to everyone in the department to tell them how sorry I was for suddenly taking time off.
病み上がりだからな。厳しいと感じたら早めに相談しろ。
Glad to hear you're feeling better. Next time, talk to me before things get that
でも
serious.
顔色がいいし、すっかり大丈夫そうね。
But you look
本当
much
によかっ
better.
た。
Refreshed. I'm so glad you're alright. Oh, it was right. I was feeling a lot better. Nevertheless, she told me not to overdo it and to take frequent breaks. I looked over the calendar in my computer and to catch up on all the things I'd missed while away the past few days. The Estacy renewal was... Oh god. Excuse me. The Estacy renewal was making headway and everything was moving smoothly. I focused and worked diligently to make up for all my lost time. After work, I found myself walking to Evergreen yet again. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm no longer happy to be here. As I entered, Usui lifted his head up to greet me. He doesn't look happy. I had come before opening and there was no other customers in the
いらっ
bar.
しゃいませ。 今日は出社したんですよね。体調はいかがですか？
Welcome, Miss Amasawa. Your first day back at work was today, wasn't it? How are you feeling? I told him I was fine and thanked him for everything he did for me. I felt nothing but gratitude for his help taking me to the hospital and for him staying by my
気
side.
にしないでください。あなたは大切なお客様ですから。
Please, you don't have to worry about that. Anything for my favorite customer. That is a definite run, like a running start to a punch, to a jump over the bar and punch him in the face. Oh my god, you gotta deck him. I can't believe you called me a customer. I can't believe you called me a customer. At least call me a friend. Oh my god. I swear to god, I hate him. His words were kind, but contained a clear boundary where our relationship stood. I faked a peaceful smile, trying to push away the pain that swelled in my chest.
さて、お腹は空いて
I
います
love
か？
that we take one step forward and 10 steps back. It makes me so happy. Now, are you hungry by any chance? No, actually, I'm just going
開
home.
店には少し早いですが、あなたが来てくれたので店を開けましょう。
It's still early, but seeing as you're here, I guess we can open up now. Then, just as he finished speaking, Usui's phone began to vibrate. I nodded to tell him to get it, and Usui smiled apologetically before taking out his phone. He normally never used his phone while at work, but I suppose he felt comfortable since it was just us there. Can you please pick up the phone? When he saw the phone screen, his face grew white and he sharply inhaled. Pick up the phone! This is annoying sounds! Usui, my favorite customer, MC. I wish I had a receipt for our service. Usui hesitated, staring down at the screen as it continued to vibrate. Can you pick it up? It's a very annoying sound. I spoke louder than I meant to as I asked if everything was
実
okay.
家からの電話です。今さらどうして？
It's my parents. Oh, why now? Okay, I've been thinking this for a while. I have to say, I'm gonna say it when he fucking picks up this fucking phone. Pick up the phone! His eyes shook with uncertainty. Impulsively, I snatched the phone from his hands.
何を？
What are you? Thank God. Okay, so I've been thinking about this for a while, but I didn't want to yuck anyone's yums, but I feel like everyone now is on my side and firmly like being annoyed with him. He does shit and I sit here, I'm like, I can't even feel bad for you, too grown. Like, aren't you a grown ass man? Why are you being this way? I'm like, you're almost 50. Why are you being this way? Like, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna give sympathies to a nearly 50-year-old bitch. Grow up, maybe. His jaw dropped as I pressed the answer button and handed the phone back to
あな
him.
たは
You're mad annoying. Why didn't you just press the fucking button? Oh my god. You. With an exasperated laugh, he put the phone to his ear and I walked away to take the call. This is so annoying. I don't think they can make me like him now. I think they firmly made me hate him in this route. After some time, Usui returned to the bar and placed his phone back in his pocket.
通話ボタンを押してくれてありがとうございました。
Thank you for answering for me. For some reason, I just have an emotional block and I'm not able to press a singular button on a touchscreen phone. It's just so hard. Like, oh god, my fingers were right there. I had 10 of them. I could have used any of them, but no. There was just an invisible barrier blocking it and you had to be the one to do it.
僕一人なら勇気が出ずに押していませんでしたから。
I feel you. Thank you. Oh my god, I'm literally starting to hate him. Like, I literally think I hate him now. And like, it was happening. I want to go back to when he was just a hot bartender man. Like, I don't know when it happened, but it happened especially in this playthrough and today. I think it was somewhere in chapter 3 where he was just like doing something, and I'm sitting here, I'm like, I can't even, why? Oh yeah, the girls were like, this is really early, so he didn't even do anything to piss me off. I was just really annoyed with him already because I was remembering what happened in the first playthrough. But I was just sitting here and the girls were like, oh my god, he's so hurt. Oh, does he live alone? How does he clean his house? Oh my god, who's cooking for him? And I was like, oh my god, yeah. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, why are y'all so worried? Like, he's like nearly 50. He can Uber Eats. Like, what the fuck is your problem? Or whatever version of Uber Eats you got in Japan. Like, why are you guys making it seem like he fucking is an invalid? Like, he can't fucking lift a finger. He's fine. He just can't use one hand. Like, I was like literally getting annoyed. But then I stopped and I was like, no, because like if you like a boy, like that's what you think, right? Like, and if I knew an elderly man, I mean, not saying he's elderly, but if I knew like an older gentleman who was like a friend of mine or I was friendly with, I would also be worried about him. So don't be too judgmental, Vivi. Like, you know, you can be worried for like a colleague or someone that you know or a boy that you like, but then it just kept gnawing in the back of my head. I'm like, but you're like 50. Why do I need to worry about you not being able to clean your house? You should know how to do it. You're 50. Oh god. And now like it's just like, but that whole phone thing pissed me off. Had I been alone here, I don't think I would have had the courage to do it. Having spent this much time with Usui, I knew how he felt about his parents deep down. So I was glad to have been there when they called.
実家の父が倒れたそうです。もうあまり長くないと。それで
He's gonna die. I'm dealing with a parent death here too. It's my father. He's not doing so well. Sounds like he doesn't have much time left, and
実家を継いでくれないかと母から頼まれました。
my mother asked me if I'd be willing to take over the family
父
business.
は一度僕を感動した手前、自分からはなかなか言い出せなかったようですが。
I miss Yoshioka, guys. After everything that happened, it seems my father didn't want to tell me himself, but
僕に帰ってきてほしいと母には言っているようです。
he told my mother that he hoped I would come home. Take over the family business. In other words, Usui might return to their inn with the hot spring. If he did, what would happen to Evergreen? Oh my god, what
も
would
し
happen?
実家を継ぐことになれば、エバーグリーンは誰かに譲るか、後継がいなければ畳むことになります。
If I went home, I'd have to pass Evergreen to someone else. Or close it entirely, I suppose. Ah! Okay. Alright, we gotta get a love. We gotta get a love. We gotta get the good end. Okay. That sounds so... I don't like how that sounds. Make the choice you won't regret. Okay. This seems like a love. This seems like a work. Do you want to talk about it? Personally, I feel like I would say make a choice you won't regret. But I don't think that's the answer that they're looking for. I also feel like this is a work one. I think this is a love one. I think it's love, work, love. That's how I think it's going. We need a love one though, but like I feel like it's this person. I would say this one. Make the choice you won't regret. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm gonna click it. I'm gonna go back because I'm not gonna take this choice, but let me click it. I think this is a work one. It's a love
後
one?
悔しない選択ですか。
Wait! How the fuck did it go up 2 points? What happened? Wait, hold on. Let me go back to this guide. How did it jump 2 points? I'm supposed to get perfect. Wait, hold on. I would say 4, but add, do you want to talk about it with your favorite customer? You gotta be petty about it. You can't let him fucking get anything. Oh, okay, no. This is okay. This gives you, that answer gives you the love ending. We're not looking for a love ending. We're looking for the perfect ending, because we need to get some. No, we're gonna go back. That's the love ending answer. We don't want that answer. Okay, so I was wrong. This is love. Then do you want to talk about it? Would that be love too? No, you should say an evergreen would definitely be love. Or would that be work? Let's see what happens. Like, do you want to talk about it? Oh, that's a work one. Never mind, we can't be there. How much? Oh, that would jump. That is the work ending one. Okay, never mind. It is actually either stay in evergreen or go to work. Oh my god, you bitches are not giving me an out. I have to actually like tell him what to do. Oh, that sucks. I would rather say one of these things, because like it's not my choice to make, but you're forcing me to make a choice. Oh, this sucks. Oh my god. We need a work one, right? Hold on. What do we need? No, we need love. I think stay at evergreen is the love one, right? I gotta look at the guide, and apparently this can't be. This guy must be wrong, right? Okay, hold on. Stay at evergreen. That's work? Okay, hold on. We can't. No. Load. Yes.
もし実家を継ぐ
You should work over. I'm pressing every single one of them.
ですか
How the fuck am I getting too much? Wait a minute. Hold on. Why is it not matching? I want the perfect end. I did all this and didn't get the perfect end? What is going on here? I did not do all this bullshit. The guide lying to you? I did not do all this bullshit for not a perfect end. I think I know what happened. I think I know what happened. No, I'm gonna fast forward this bullshit.
今日まで本当
Wait, hold on. Fuck, wrong button. That's not what I did. That's not what I wanted.
今日まで本当にありがとう
Why is it so low? Okay, well, according to the guide, the best one to say is the piece will turn out great.
それはよかった
Shut up. Okay, why did it jump so high? It was basically right at the edge of R. It was like one. That's so many points. What happened there? Right? Like, what happened? I'm very
あな
glad
た
to
の
hear
企画が
that.
形になるのが僕も楽しみです
I'm looking forward
世
to
に出
seeing
た
how
ら
this project
す
of
ぐに見
yours
させ
takes
てもらいま
shape.
すね
Be sure to let me know when it's
この店に
released.
通い始めた頃のあなたが自分に自信がないと悩んでいたこと覚えていますか
Remember when you first came here? You were so nervous about
そ
your
んな風
work.
に不安に感じる必要はないとあなたは自分で自分に証明してみせたんです
I think you prove you don't have any reason to feel
あなた
insecure.
は 立派にお仕事をされていますよ。
Doing a truly wonderful job. I want to shake Usui's hand, and this is this all over. Okay, cool. It just seems weird, doesn't it? I feel like the chart doesn't look how it looked before. I think the thing is way too low, personally. Like, it wasn't that low before. All right, come on. Pick up your damn phone, it's so fucking annoying. Okay, since we answered every fucking one of these, right? Okay, let's... Actually... Yeah, save it there. Give me a second. Load this one for a second. I just want to see because it looks
も
weird.
し実家を継ぐ
Yeah, like why did it jump so high? So weird. Okay, whatever, doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Okay, load that one, yeah.
もし実家を継
Okay, according to the guide, since we need a loved one, the loved one is the one that I said before that I would prefer to say, make a choice you won't regret.
後悔しない選択
All right,
Deska.
finally we have even. All right. A choice I won't regret. Usui mulled over the idea. Okay, so I think what happened, I think the issue that happened is that unlike in the other ones, in the other boys, where they give you 4 options, right? There's 2 that are definitively like, you know, definitively like they're all between love and work, obviously, right? But 2 of them are like the ones you need to hit to get the love and work chart, right? And the other 2, you can click them. They are technically love and work, but you won't get a point for it. I think in Usui's route, probably in the route with the 3 side characters, I think with them, every choice gives you a point, but a certain level of points. So I think that's the thing that's happening. That I got points for picking the least best option, but not enough points. And when I picked the best option, I got the max points. So I think that's what happened. Usui mulled over the idea. I repeated those words to him again. Through my interviews and my time spent here, I came to know all the wonderful things about this place. But I also knew how much Usui cared about his family's inn. I wanted him to be able to make a choice he could live with for the rest of his life.
そうですか。ありがとうございます。
I see. Thank you, Miss Amasawa.
どちらにせ
My
よ
name is Vivian!
父の容体は心配ですし、一度実家に
You've
戻
been
ろうと思
inside
い
of
ま
me.
す。
You can call me Vivian. Either way, I'm worried about my father. I should head home at least for a
実家に
while.
戻って母や父とも話してどうするべきか考えてみます。
I'll go back, talk to my parents, and think things over from there. I agree with Usui's plan. I couldn't know what would happen, but I knew I wanted to support him in whatever choice he
です
made.
が一つ心配なことがありまして。
Though one thing has worried me. I wondered if this would be about who could run Evergreen
エ
while he
バ
was
ーグリー
away.
ンはしばらくバーテンダーをやっている知人とバイトの皆さんにお任せしようと思います。
I've got a friend who can handle bartending. We've got part-time staff.
ちょうど時間の自由の利くバイトを一人雇うことになっていたので、なんとかなるでしょう。
Plus, I was just about to hire another part-timer with flexible hours, so we should be able to make it through.
僕が心配なのはあなたのことです。
I'm just worried about you, my favorite customer. Me? My eyes widened in surprise. Ugh.
エバーグリーンを開いている間はあなたが時折お店に来てくれるから元気かどうかわかるでしょ
Since you often come to Evergreen, I was able to check in on you and see how you're
しばらく
doing.
離れるとなると仕事で疲れていないかちゃんと食べているか心配になります
Without me here at Evergreen, I can't help but worry that you'll overwork yourself or start skipping meals again. Seeing as I collapsed just the other day, I suppose his concern made sense. I told him I would be fine, unable to shake the feeling I was talking to my caretaker. Still, I offered to send him updates on Ring to let him know how I was doing while he was back at his parents' house. I also told him that I would be anxious to hear how things went with his family. Broken heart or no, I still cared about him, and those feelings weren't going to disappear anytime soon.
近況報告
They
ですか
would if you started hating him like I
わかりまし
do.
た連絡しますね
If you gained even a modicum of self-respect, you would start hating him. You want to hear how I'm doing? Very well. I'll be sure to let you know. We sealed our promise to stay in touch with drinks and tasty food at Evergreen that night. Ew, that's because she's too young. Honestly, yeah. Oh my goodness, this is so fucking stupid. With the implementing renewal of Sympathy, work began piling up and everyone on our team was pushed to the limit. I think the stress of that time made everyone in staff look at least 10 years older. I was no exception, of course. During that time, the little notes I exchanged with Usui on my lunch break via Ring helped keep me going. Let's talk more later. Have a nice afternoon. After a brief chat, put my phone away. Usui and his father made peace, and the two discussed the hot spring inn's future. I didn't know what would happen, but I was relieved to know Usui was doing well. I'm so annoyed. After a week of only messaging Usui through Ring, I got this text from him. I just got back in town. Would you mind stopping by Evergreen tonight? Thank you. There are a few things I want to talk to you about in person. I smiled to myself. Usui was back. I was anxious to hear what he had to say, and I stared at the clock as minutes passed. So annoyed. I found Usui standing in Evergreen like always, as if he hadn't been gone for a week.
お久しぶりです
It's only been a week? My god, calm the fuck down. Long time no see, Miss Amasawa. As he called out to me, my heart pounded in spite of myself. I gave my own hello and sat at the counter.
少し離れただけなのに随分と長い間会っていないような気がします
We haven't been apart for that long, but it feels like an eternity.
心配だからとリングで連絡を取らせていただきましたがあれは逆効果でしたね
I kept messaging you through Ring because I was worried about you, but I think it had the opposite effect on
メッ
me.
セージであなたをそばに感じるたび顔が見たくなって
The
声も聞
romantic
きたくな
music
る
played and my eyes painfully rolled. I'm so mad. Every time I read a message from you, I felt like you were there with me. It made me want to see your face and hear your voice. This feels like a situationship, and you're literally too old for that. You are literally nearing 50. You are at the halfway point of fucking death, my guy. I can't do this right now. I can't do this right now.
余計にあなたが恋しくなりました
It made me miss you even more. It's also like nothing dramatic happened to make him change his mind. He just did. Thank you! Like, yeah, I collapsed from overwork. I get it. It made you re-trigger you from your trauma with your sister, but it wasn't that dramatic. Do you know what I mean? It's not that dramatic. Like if like let's say if I passed out from overwork and then the doctors were like, oh, we kind of found something and we're a little scared, you know what I mean? Then yeah, I would be like, oh my god, she's gonna fucking die. Like I would get that. But I just passed out from overwork. I was not on the brink of death. Calm the fuck down. It made me miss you even more. His words sounded like those his words sounded like those one would speak to a lover, and it made my chest ache. I feel like the sex was more dramatic, to be honest. You mean the aftermath when he told me that, like, oh, let's just forget the fact that, you know, we spent hours having sex? Yeah, that was more traumatic. That was more dramatic also. It wasn't even that bad. It was just passing off. Again, I'm not trying to like belittle like he's a 2D character, but still. I'm not trying to belittle his trauma of his sister dying. No, that's fucking scary. But the doctors would have found like something bad and would have like warned you, like it would have been something else that helped go to your sister's death, not just her from overwork. Overwork just made it happen quicker and like made the process faster. The same thing with me, but without another circumstance causing me to die. Like if they found something like, oh, she has a weak heart and this is bad, one more and she could really be out for the count, this is her, or like this is the last time, like she's been hospitalized too many times, we need to really talk, you know what I mean? If they really said that, I'd be like, oh my god, like no, this is bad. But nothing like that happened. I just passed out. Calm down. I probably didn't drink enough water or something. Fucking these Japanese salaries men are always just fucking drinks. I would say vodka. It's basically almost drink sake like water. Calm down. She's probably just too much. She's just too dehydrated. But whatever. I said this already. He didn't have those feelings for me. We're still saying this. I'm gonna tell you right now, we have one more question to go, one more CG, and then we get the fucking the perfect ending. And we still don't know if he likes us or not. Do you know that's how annoyed I am? Do you understand why I'm annoyed about this whole situation? This is annoying. He didn't have these feelings for me, but I still got wrapped up in those lines. As I forced myself to swallow those feelings, I told him that I missed seeing him too.
そうですか。それならお願いがあるのですが。
Is that so? In that case, Miss Amasawa, I have a favor to ask
ま
of
ず
you.
はこちらに来ていただいてよろしいですか？
First, would you mind coming this way? Usui beckoned me behind the counter. I wondered what this could possibly be about, but I humored him regardless. Walking behind the counter reminded me of my time working here.
こうしていると一緒に働いていた頃を思い出しますね。
This brings me back to our days working together. Usui smiled, apparently thinking the same thing. Even though we may not have felt the same way about each other, I was glad to share some memories with him.
さて、次のお願いなんですが、あなたを抱きしめてもいいですか？
Now my next question, what may I hold you, I wonder? When I finally processed Usui's request, my mind went blank. Hold me? Did he mean a hug? A handshake? Or something else entirely? I nodded tentatively at him.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you. Ignore that you look cute while you blush. Then Usui wrapped his arms around me. The citrus mint smell of his hair wrapped me in a wave of complicated memories. Why did he suddenly want to hold me like this? I fought off the questions I had to allow myself to simply melt into the happiness of being held by
前
him.
に言いましたよね。好きでもない男に触れさせるなと。
I once told you to never let a man you don't care about hold you like
僕を
this.
受け入れたのは今でも僕が好きだからですか？
Does that mean you still care about me? Usui's lips brushed my ears as he whispered. I could only nod silently in a confused daze. I still loved him. most ardently. He told me to forget about my feelings for him, but that was impossible. Usui was silent for a few moments. Then, as if he'd finally made up his mind, he spoke.
実家に帰っている間、僕はあなたのことを考えていました。
The whole time I was back home, I couldn't stop thinking about
あな
you.
たのことばかり考えていた。
You were all I could think about. I must have misunderstood what Usui was saying because it was almost
自
like
分の気持ちについて真剣に考えました。
I thought seriously on how I feel about you.
僕はあ
I
なたが
love
好きです。
you. Excuse me as I roll my eyes so painfully back. Oh my god. I stared up at Usui in
本
disbelief.
当です。あれだけあなたを傷つけておいて、今更と思われるかもしれませんが、
It's true. Perhaps it's too late after everything I've put you through, but
ずっとあなたに惹かれていました。
the truth is, I've always loved you. I can't even see the... Okay, now I see the tiny little emoji you put. I was... I'll never look at you the same way again, Usui. Now coming to this bar is no longer fun. When we play future routes, it would not be fun anymore. The truth is, I've always loved you. Yeah, after saying these things, he looked away from me for a moment with a despondent expression.
あなたの気持ちに今すぐ応えることはできません。
But I am not in a position to act on those feelings right
実
now.
家に戻るのか、エバーグリーンを続けるのか、もう少し悩む時間が欲しいんです。
A bit more time. I need to figure out if I'm going to take over the inn or stay here at
選
Evergreen.
択によってはあなたと付き合うことはできない。
And that also means deciding if I can be with you or not. I found my voice and told him to take his time. Deep breath, deep breath, deep breath. I still hopelessly loved him, and I'd support whatever path he chose. Even if this love between us never blossomed into something more, I wanted him to make a choice he wouldn't regret.
背中を押してくれてありがとうございます。
You're like 50! Why the fuck do you need my help? Thank you for giving me the push I needed. He said he loved me and that I helped him. I felt like I could be a little
デ
selfish
ー
now.
トをしたいですか？
Do I have to be subjected to this? I don't want to go on a date. You want to go on a date? Regardless of what the future held, we were both in love today. And so I wanted to spend some time with Usui as a partner.
もちろん構いませんよ。
Oh my god, you couldn't reject us. I don't want to do this. Of course, that sounds great. After that, the two of us planned what we wanted to do for our first date. Do I have to deal with this? His next line better not be, "You make me feel young again." Yo, that is the most basic line. It probably is. When Usui asked me what kind of date I preferred, I said I wanted to do something he enjoyed. So on our next date, we decided to attend an orchestra concert together.
退屈じゃありませんでしたか？
Were you bored? Usui asked as we left the concert hall. That's what you wore to the concert hall? Interesting. Even I made sure I put on a nice little dress when I went to go see the Stardew Orchestra. I got some class. God. I told him I had an excellent time, and he smiled gently down at
それは
me.
よかった。
It seems way too early for us to be going to an
少し散歩しましょうか。
orchestra. It should be a nighttime affair. Is it just me? It's like way too early. I don't know. I'm glad to hear that. Shall we take a little walk? Take a little walk then. Can we skip? I don't want to be here
人が
anymore.
多いですね。
There are so many people. I know that's what it is like in the city. I'm chastising you even though I say the same thing every time I walk around the city too. As Usui walked next to me, he deftly grabbed my
は
hand.
ぐれてしまわないようにというのは
So
もち
we
ろん建前ですが
so we don't get separated, of course. He winked jokingly at me. I giggled and gave his hand a
次
squeeze.
はどこへ行きましょうか
Where shall we go next, Vivian? It sounds so natural coming from him. He said my name! That's the first time he said my name! Dipshit. It sounds so natural coming from him. I almost didn't notice. But when I did, I stared up at him wide-eyed, realizing he had used my first name. Usui's grin became sheepish, a bashful red tinting his
嫌で
cheeks.
したか
No good. I just want this date to be over. Like, I'm so done with this route. I just need like the end. I don't even care about like the extra feature where I'm gonna get like more things on him. Don't even give a shit. Like, I just want out of this. I just want like the check mark that I did well. I shook my head and admitted I wanted to call him by his first name too. What's his first name?
終夜です
Shuya, there you go. Then call me Shuya. Shuya. We strolled on, finding any excuses to call each other by our first names. We finally felt like nothing more than two lovers on a date together. Time flew by. Before we knew it, the evening sun was slinking away. Walking along the glowing street lights, we found a little stall selling soft serve ice cream.
食べませんか
Shall we get some? I nodded at Shuya's invitation. How dare you taint the spot where Yoshioka proposed to me and where Nori took me on a picnic date. How dare you taint the spot with your little introduction? How dare you? Oh no. Oh, wait, no, I mixed it up because I played more of Yoshioka so I can see like other like paths. This isn't where he proposed to me. This is where like in the what love route he was like, we're gonna go to America and start our own business together. Never mind. He proposed to me in the playground. But this is where Nori took me on our picnic date. How dare you take the spot? We each bought a cone and went to a nearby park, sitting side by side on a bench. Shuya finished his ice cream first and chuckled as he looked over at
頬に
me.
ついていますよ
Vivian, you got some on your cheek. What are you gonna do about it? Don't get close to me. I feel violated. Before I could ask which side he meant, he brought his hand to my
じっとして
face. Hold still. Hurry up, ask me your questions so I can get out of here. He wiped my cheek with a tissue. I flushed, embarrassed, feeling like a small child. Though I loved him, I was tired of feeling so immature around him. I wish I was born earlier so I could have met him when we were the same age.
僕も同じことを思っていました
Did you say that out loud? Bitch, what would you say that out loud? Ugh. I was just thinking the
も
same
っ
thing.
と遅く生まれていたらあなたの隣を堂々と歩けて
If I had been born later, I would feel more confident walking alongside you like
普通に
this.
恋愛ができたんじゃないかってありもしないことを考えてしまいます
Maybe then our love could have developed more naturally. Still, no point in pining over what will never
でも
happen.
それと同時に僕の今までがあったからこそあなたと出会えたとも思うんです
Though I think it's the things I've done, places I've seen, lessons I've learned that led me to you. His way of thinking was wonderful. At times, I wished I was older and more mature. But maybe who I was here and now was what allowed me to meet Shuya.
もしあなたと同じ年齢の僕がタイムスリップしてきて
Imagine if me from the past were to travel forward in time to meet you right
今の
now.
僕と昔の僕が同時にあなたに言い
Oh
寄
my
ったら
god, me and
どうし
Lori,
ますか
we're suffering. This is torture. Who would you choose? The young man I was or the old man I became? He looked at me with a mischievous shine in his eye. I knew better than to play this game and told him I couldn't pick just one because I was sure both were
ど
wonderful.
っちの僕も欲しい意外と欲張りなんです
I
ね
know, I'm Mickey 17 for real, for real. Can't you pick just one? Haha, I'm rather greedy of you. He really was too good at teasing me. I retaliated by posing the same question to him in an opposite direction.
僕ですかやはりあなたと同じでどっちもです
Me, well, I suppose I'm the same. I couldn't pick either
今のあ
version.
なたも年を重ねたあなたもどっちも可愛いでしょうから
Anna, I know he's blushing, but you're coming at the wrong time. We are so done with him. We don't like him anymore. We are so done. Oh, God. I will say he is cute while he blushes, but then that same face also made me go through so much fucking pain and torture. I don't. Anna, you weren't there. Anna, I'm telling you right now, watch the VOD. You're gonna join us. You would as much as I have seen you have hate certain characters, you would fucking hate this man. After the shit that he has been doing. Like, this is like whenever you're like, oh, I need a drink, this is like I need a drink worthy. You know me. Like this is painful. This was actively painful. Like, I'm so tired. I just want this to be over. I didn't even enjoy when he said he loved me. Like, I'm so done. Like, I am actively done with this route. You're cute now. I'm sure you'll be just as cute later. His wistful smile as we discussed our past and future selves made my heart soar. I realized that this was the first time I had truly fallen in love with someone. Ah! Then a cat trolled over to the ground near our feet.
呼んでみましょうか
When will this end? Shall I call him over? Shuya outstretched his fingers and clicked his tongue to call the cat. The cat sauntered over before pouncing directly on Shuya's lap.
人懐っこいですねよしよしいい子
I want this to be over so bad. Wow, you sure are friendly. Yes, good kidding. The cat squinted her eyes and purred as Shuya stroked her. The cat was cute and all, but I couldn't help but be jealous of it. That's so weird! It's because you're 22 and fucking stupid.
あなたも
The dumb thing to
撫でて
think.
ほしい
I would say something about this line, but I'm literally so annoyed. When I read this line, the innuendos went over my head and it just got pissed off that he even spoke to me. That's how mad I am. I missed the innuendos. I had to come back, read it over again in my head a second time, then catch the innuendo. I hate this man. I'm a fighter, bitch. I'm a berserker. Persevere to have this man. You're gonna be persevering. I'm telling you right now, you are not gonna like him. You're not gonna like him. I'm telling you. I have seen you hate men in games I play for less. You're not gonna like this one. You want me to pet you too, Vivian? He whispered to me exactly what I was thinking, as if he read my mind. 'Cause
猫を
sometimes
羨ましそうに見ていたので違いましたか
I'm a bit peculiar, alright? You're not gonna like him. I'm telling you right now, as what I have seen, you're not gonna like him. Lore was the biggest dick writer for this man. Lore came from all the way in the back and ran to the front when she saw this man for the first time. And she fucking hates him. You're not gonna fucking like him. You were looking down at the cat with envious eyes, or was I reading that wrong? My fucking gosh, shut up! For real. Shuya smirked. Apparently, all my feelings were so obvious. Oh! I'm gonna pretend that Yoshioka said it to me, because I do want Yoshioka to pet me. Actually. But not you. So I'm gonna pretend Yoshioka said it. And also the guide that I was using to help me figure out whatever stupid bullshit that was stupid like thing I had to do to get the correct answer choices to get like, you know, the right thing. It's saying the personal choice is the laughter face. I'm gonna do the laughter face. The left is how it started. The face at the right is how I ended. Exactly. That's how I feel. The one on this, I feel this one. I'm not happy at all. This is the worst. I'm gonna put this one actually. Frustrated he could read me so easily, I kept a blank face and feigned
そうですよ
disinterest.
ね。僕に撫でられても嬉しくなんてないですよね。
No, so it doesn't actually make you happy when I touch you
す
after
みませ
all.
ん。あなたが僕を好きでいてくれると思い上がって調子に乗ってしまいました。
Sorry, I got so excited when you told me you cared about me. I guess I got carried away. Shuya shrugged, the upturned frown of his eyebrows making him look pitifully sad. I began to feel guilty for my reaction. Fuck him! I swallowed my pride. No! Never swallow your pride! As my face heated, I admitted I was pretending and that I would love for him to touch me.
そうでしたか。
All it took was a
よかったです。
little pow and you fucking cave, bitch. My goodness. I am still not friends with one bitch because he did one thing bad, and yet I still never hear the end of it. Bitch, I'm still holding on to that hate. It is festering inside of me. I'm letting it fester. Is that right? Glad to hear it. Whatever, is this a day over? I have one more oh no, that was the last question. Okay, can I get a CG and I'm done. CG and I'm done. I don't want to care about this anymore. Shuya's face brightened immediately, his smile brilliant. I have to wonder if I had just been played by a terrific actor. He wasn't good at all. You're just really stupid. As we teased each other back and forth, the cat leapt from Shuya's lap.
猫はいなくなってしまいましたし、お望み通りあなたを可愛がりたいのですが。
Now the cat's gone, you can have me all to
あな
yourself.
たは人間の女性ですから、猫のように撫でたり可愛がることはできません。
And a beautiful woman like you deserves far more than a stray cat. Can I get a CG? I want it to be over now. As he spoke, Shuya slid his large hand down my cheek. Unlike when he wiped off ice cream, this touch was soft and graceful. I
人
shuddered.
間として撫でてキスして可愛がって
Yes, but anyone but you. You deserve to be pet, kissed,
僕
adored.
なしじゃいられなくなるくらいぐずぐずに甘やかして愛
I'm
情をたっぷり注ぎますが
gonna head to bed. Have a good night, y'all. Good night, Lore. But the VA is eating. The VA is cooking. The VA is doing a lot of work to make me not hate Usui, but I fucking hate him. I'm not doubting the VA. The VA is doing a good job. But the VA has also said some horrible things to me that I will not forgive. Oh. I could treat you so sweetly, you wouldn't be able to live without me. I could spoil you with my love.
それでも構いませんか
Is that alright with you? Fine. The quicker we get this over with, the quicker I can get the fucking the good end, and then I can get fucking out of here. Those sultry whispers were too much for me to handle. I turned bright red and could not respond.
すみません。
The
からか
last
いすぎました
multi-bender
ね。
is out. Okay. Sorry. I guess I overdid it there. No, I've heard actually 1,000 times dirtier from Nori, but I don't want you to tell me that. Nori is dirty. And I liked it, because he wasn't a bitch like you. As a partner, he was his kind, sweet self, but he also had a devilish side. Although I was at first bewildered by that side of him, my love only grew. Are we done? By the time the sun set, we had returned to Evergreen, which was closed for the day. I felt my phone buzzing with an incoming call, and I quickly took it out. Who is this? I saw the call was from Owe. It was probably work related. I got up to leave, but Shuya motioned for me to stay put. He gestured for me to stay inside and sit as he strolled out of the bar. I finally answered the call, feeling guilty as I watched him leave.
ごめんね。お休みの日なのに。
Ah, Vivian, sorry, I know it's your day off. As expected, the call was about work. I was relieved to hear that it wasn't as urgent as I thought it might be. I listened to Owe while jotting notes on a napkin. My god.
ありがとう。助かったわ。それじゃあまた会社で。
Thanks for the big help. Anyway, see you at work. As I hung up, I saw that I'd been on the phone with her for about 10 minutes. It's not that bad. Shuya had yet to return, so I went outside and let him know that I finished my phone call. I found him with his back to me. He was looking out at the sky, and I wondered why it seemed so melancholic. What's your problem, old man? I approached him from behind and gently put my arms around
電話は終
him.
わったんですね。お仕事の方は大丈夫でしたか？
All done with work? All done with the call? Is everything all right at work? I nodded that it was, continuing to hold him in my arms.
どうかしましたか？
Why are you like this all of a sudden? I told him that I didn't want him escaping anymore, so I was holding him in place. Shuya let out a small
仕
laugh.
事柄、人の顔色から察するのは得意ですが、あなたの前だとまるで逆ですね。
My job requires that I understand someone just by looking at them, but with you, that never seems to
暴か
work.
れるのはいつも僕の方だ。
I feel like it's always you reading me.
実家への思いも、あなたへの思いも、忘れようと隠し込んだはずなのに、いつもあなたが見つけてしまう。
My feelings for my parents and for you, I try to hide them, forget them, yet you pull them all out.
さて、立ち話もなんですから、お店の中に戻りましょう。
Well, no point in lingering out here. Let's go back inside. Once inside, Shuya prepared us each a cup of coffee. Then the two of us took seats opposite each other at one of the tables. We drank our coffee without speaking a word, and eventually Shuya spoke.
今日はあなたと恋人のように過ごせてとても楽しかったです。
I really enjoy spending the day together as a couple.
楽しい時間が過ぎるのはあっという間ですね。
Why do happy days always pass so quickly? My mouth went dry as my anxiety rose. The look on his face was as if he was preparing to say
僕
goodbye.
はあなたが好きです。
God, eye roll. Koi. Is that an I? Yeah. Koibito means lover in Japanese, actually. Oh, so he called me a lover? When did he call me a lover? I don't think I was actually paying attention. I kind of zone out because I hate him. I was like, oh, he's done speaking to me. Oh, as a okay, he probably said it there. Let me see. I should play it.
今日はあなたと恋人のように過ごせてとても楽しかったです。
Vivian, I love you. Go fuck
ですが
yourself.
僕は 実家を継ぎたいと思っていま
but
す。
I'm considering taking over the inn. I have been prepared for this, but it was still shocking to hear it from him directly. We'd finally come together. I know, one fucking date. We went through 99% of this fucking route being frustrated and being treated terribly for only one happy moment. And of course, like always, he knows how to fucking make it terrible. And I wanted to stay that way forever. I wished that I could continue to spend days like this one we just had together with him. I almost put those desires into words, but I stopped myself. Anything I said would only cause more pain. Shuya gave me a pained look and said nothing. After hearing what he said, I knew I too had a decision to make. I wanted to be with him. There was no doubt about that in my mind. There's no doubt in my mind about that. But I finally felt like I had found my footing in Estadio. I was beginning to enjoy my work there. But staying in Estadio meant that there would be no way for me to go with Shuya back to his hometown.
悩むのは当然のこと。それはあなたの人生だから。
It makes sense that you're conflicted. Oh my god. You have a whole life here.
今の気持ちを大事にするべきだと思います。それはきっとかけがえのないものです。
So this really was a situationship. This is so fucking annoying. This is so stupid. But now I think we should just cherish how we feel about each other in this
お互い
moment.
に少し考える時間を持ちませんか。
Why don't we give each other some time to think? He was giving me a chance to decide. Shuya and I were both serious people. We were serious in our feelings for one another and serious about our careers. It wasn't wise to make a spur of the moment decision about either. I stood up and Shuya walked me to the door of Evergreen. The dreamlike bliss of the day faded like the dimming of the lights in the bar that I had come to love. Sad thoughts piled on as I opened the door. Now I was about to say goodbye. About to finalize our inevitable parting. Shuya reached out and touched my cheek. His thumb ran through the lines of my face and outlined my lips. Thinking he would kiss me, I stood on my toes, my lips floating closer to his. You bitch! I'm pissed. Usui touched my lips with his hands. He kissed the hand covering my mouth. He held back, as he always did, living between impulse and reason, a kiss split by an impossible barrier. Just when I was about at the brink of bursting from all of my feelings for him. Just before we lost control, he put the brakes on. It was that kind of kiss. He had me pressed against the door as he kissed me through the palm of his hand. What a weirdo. Eventually, he pulled his face from mine and looked at me with deep sadness. Go fuck yourself, my guy. I'm sorry. Shuya whispered. Calmer and more mature than I, he kept his true feelings below the surface. I don't think he's mature. I think he's just a coward. He refuses to make the first move, refuses to actually like voice what he wants. He will just wants to bring you in with him, and just when you're about to like say what you're feeling, he's like, actually no, because then I have to make a decision like a grown-ass man, and I can't do that. I'm nearly 50 and I still can't do that for myself, so no, you can't do that. What a bullshit piece of shit. He helps contribute below the surface. Sure, he was capable of acting impulsively, if only for a moment. He had shown that to me, and for that I was grateful. I believe it is a cultural thing. I think he's just a dipshit. Really, I want to touch you, but I know that it wouldn't be right. Then he let me go. God. See you later. Hate this man. Turning away from Usui, I left Evergreen. As the season turned to fall, Sympathy was given the green light to continue operations. In time, it became Estadio's signature app, quickly becoming the top competitor among the company's various offerings. I've been very busy planning the second and third installments of the Hideaway series after Evergreen. Being a part of the Sympathy planning department proved even more rewarding than I could have thought. Which was why I knew I had to tell him about it. Are we not done
いらっしゃい
yet?
ませ。すみません、まだ準備中で。
My baby boy, I
Are
love
it?
you so much. I want to go back to happier times when I was with you. Honey, please take me back. I hate this place. I hate it here. He's the worst. He's so ugly. From my bed, angrily. Even if it's a cultural thing, he knew what he was doing. He literally said he knew he was gaslighting her into a one-night stand. Okay, back to sleep. Thank you, Lord. I'm too angry to voice like reason. So like, though I understand cultural things too, because I'm also POC, so I also understand that there's some things that are cultural. Like, I get that. And I have consumed enough media. I'm not saying I'm an expert at fucking Japanese culture. Not at all, no. But I have seen certain things, so I can understand like certain like, oh, this seems to be an aspect, right? I can understand that. But that's literally not what I'm angry about. What I am angry about is that what my rants from before, where I was making fun of him for being a 50-year-old man who can't make a decision. He literally will be like, oh, you like me? Well, I also have the hots for you. Let's go as far as before you tell me you like me. And then I'm gonna cut the brakes and be like, actually, no, I think of you like my sister. Actually, no, you are way too young for me. Actually, no, this isn't that. Actually, it's your fault. I don't even like you, actually. You're the one who's throwing your feelings at me and blah, blah, blah. And it's basically that. It's his gaslighting. It's his inability to make a decision, but still stringing her along for the fucking ride. She's constantly falling more and more in love with him, with the way he treats her. He knows him treating her a certain way is the thing that's making her like him. And he keeps doing it, specifically only with her, to get her to keep liking him. And then when she tries to voice it, he's like, actually, it's your fault. Like, you're being weird and throwing your feelings at me. It's not a cultural thing. He's being a dipshit. Welcome. Sorry, still getting ready. Oh, huh?
ああ、久しぶり。
Oh, Naughty, you just know how you can put a smile on a girl's face. Guys, for happier times, please watch my VODs on YouTube with Naughty and Yoshioka. Please, especially Naughty. Like that one, I really didn't want to play Naughty, and when I played him, I was like, wow, this is actually like amazing. Like, he is so sweet. He is so perfect. Masawa, long time no see. Oh my god, I want to kiss you so much. I was greeted by Tainaka as I walked through the door of Evergreen. I love him so much.
ちょうど時間の自由の利くバイトを一人雇うことになっていたので、なんとかなるでしょう。
Plus, I was just about to hire another part-time worker with flexible hours, so we should be able to make it through. Apparently, that part-timer with flexible hours was Tainaka.
のりくんのエバーグリーンへよう
This
こ
is
そ。
yours! My baby boy is always coming out on top. I love him so much. Oh, my baby boy, he's so perfect. Welcome to Naughty's Evergreen. My precious baby angel finally got it. Oh my goodness. Are you cooking too? Please tell me you're cooking. Because I need to get some of your delicious foods. His playful demeanor told me he was as friendly and carefree as ever. Of course he is. Look at him. What a cutie patootie.
それで、今日は開店前に何のご用？
So is there something that you need before we open? I need you to be my boyfriend, actually. I need to fix this. We need to fix this. We need to go back in time where me and you were dating.
で、 野暮なこと聞いちゃった？
Don't whisper to me like that, bitch. Don't you dare whisper to me like that, bitch. I know what those whispers. I know those whispers. Let me guess. Is this personal? God, he's so pretty. Having guessed why I was here, Tanaka turned around. Turned around, a mischievous grin on his face.
マスター、お客様だよ。
Mr. Manager, you've got a visitor. With that, Tanaka stepped through the door.
俺ちょっと買い出しに出てきます。
I'm gonna go do a little shopping. My baby boy, oh my god, he's cooking. He's cooking. Oh, everyone, you gotta watch the VOD to understand why I'm so happy for him. He cooked. My precious baby angel.
それじゃ、ごゆっくり。
Take all the time you need, take all the time you need, Amasawa. I can't stop smiling. Oh, and you ruin it. You ruined my happy times with Tanaka. Thank you so much. Now I'm sad. Shuya came out from the back just as the front door closed behind Tanaka.
いや、久しぶりだね。あれから仕事の方はどう？
Vivian, it's been a while. How's work been? Shuya flashed me the same gentle smile he always did. I told him about how Astatsi would survive, how all our work was worth it.
おめでとう。順
When
調
is this
そうで
route
よかった。
ending? God. Congrats. Congratulations. I'm glad to hear you're doing so
エスター
well.
して特集された効果なのかな。エバーグリーンのお客様も増えて毎日忙しいんです。
I wonder if it's because of your article in Astatsi. But you've been busy every
すべて
day.
あなたがやり遂げた
But we've
成
been
果
busy.
ですね。
Wait, hold on. I misread that. I wonder if it's because of your article on Insatsi, but we've been busy every day. It's all thanks to you. I shook my head in modesty. The truth was, the only reason for all this was Shoya's hard work.
聞いてほしいことがあるんです。
Vivian, there's something I need to tell you. I got another woman pregnant. Tell me, come on, break my heart, break my heart, break my heart, so I can fucking stay here. Break my heart, break my heart, break it. Come on, let's go. Shuya paused for a moment, and the silence settled between us. He had made his
僕は
decision.
実家を継ぐことに決めました。
I've decided to take over I decided to take over my parents'
それ
inn.
が僕の選択だ。
I believe it's for the best. Cool. Are you passing this place off to Nori? Like, what's happening? He was like, "This is Nori's evergreen. Is this his that place now?" It was exactly it was exactly what I expected. He traced his fingers tips affectionately through the wooden bar,
エ
along the
バー
wooden
グリー
bar,
ンとはもうすぐお別れ。
which means I have to say goodbye to Evergreen
この
soon.
場所とも、ここに集うたくさんの人々とも。
This place so many have come to love. What about Nori? He finally got a job! I told him Evergreen meant a lot to me too, and that I was heartbroken to lose it.
だけどね、エバーグリーンは閉めない。そう決めた。
Well, I won't be closing Evergreen. I've decided what to do there too. Now that had surprised me. I looked up at him, hoping he'd
僕は
explain.
この場所を離れる。地元に帰らなければい
Okay,
け
I
な
need
い
to
から
get
ね。
the freaking air conditioner on. It just keeps turning off. Give me a second. Lord have mercy. All right. Okay, it's true I have to leave when I return to my hometown,
エバーグリーンは継続します。
but Evergreen will continue to live
知り合い
on.
が店長をやっている店がオーナーの事情で閉まることになってね。
A friend of mine who worked as a manager had his restaurant closed up by the
それで
owner.
どこか雇ってくれる店を探していたので声をかけたん
He
です。
reached out to me looking for a new stable place to work. Did that mean this person would be taking over the bar from Shuya? did make sense to have someone with management experience by the bar.
いや、そこは違うんだ。
Well, not
僕
exactly.
が去った後のエバーグリーンのことは、
Really?
タイナカ君に任せるつもりでいる。
Oh, because he's a chef. That makes sense. I plan on leaving Evergreen to
タイナ
Tainaka.
カ君を店長として、彼はバーテンダー兼お目付
He'll
け
be
役
perfect.
と
Oh my
いう感
god,
じ
there'll be
で、
so many bitches here. This will be the hot spot for bitches. Oh, they're coming. All the girlies are coming. They're coming with their tits out, their tits and asses out, and they're coming to fucking try to get that man. And I support them. I'm gonna come to get that man too. He'd act as the manager and bartender. I remember Tanaka's words from moments ago.
ノリくんのエバーグリーンへようこそ。
Baby boy, oh my god, I'm so happy looking at him. It's like I see lights at the end of the tunnel, and it's everyone else but Shuya. It seemed what he said before wasn't a joke after all.
タイナカ君の人を癒す能力は本
He
物
really
だ。
does. It's
最
so
近は
crazy.
すごくやる気を出してくれていてね。
Tanaka has a real talent for talking to people, and he's been so motivated
すで
lately.
にマスターとしての才能を開花させつつあるよ。
I can already see his potential as a manager
だからい
blossoming.
ろいろと引き継いで、店を彼に任せることにしたんだ。
So I've decided to let him try running the place.
もちろん、彼らに丸投げするつもりはないよ。
Of course, I don't intend to leave everything to
僕
him.
自身はエバーグリーンのオーナーとしてサポートしていくつもりでいる。
I'll stay as the owner and support him however I
ちゃん
can.
と相談にも乗っていくつもりだよ。責任を持ってね。
I'll give him advice as things go along, but the day-to-day responsibilities will be his. Shuya seemed to have put a lot of thought into his decision.
あなたも決めたんだね。
You've made your decision too, Vivian. I nodded in response. I couldn't leave Estadio just yet. Now that Estadacy was back on track, it felt like a whole new beginning. There were too many things I wanted to do, so I couldn't follow Shuya, not yet at least. The way you say yet is crazy. As heartbreaking as it would be to part from him, already my throat was closing up with emotion, but I didn't want to leave with any
おめで
regrets.
とう。
Congratulations. Are we done? Christ, I feel like they're fucking holding me hostage here. A short while later, I was sitting at the bar watching Shuya mix a drink. His movements were fluid and practiced as he created a drink specifically for me. He poured it into a cocktail glass and garnished it with mint leaves and a cherry.
さて、このカクテルの名前が
Are you giving me a
何かわ
mojito?
かる？
Oh, you said cocktail glass, right? It has to be a mojito. Now, do you remember what this one is called? I dug back into my memories of all the drinks he's shown me. Although I've watched him make many cocktails during our time together, it was the first time I've seen this one. Was it some kind of special drink? The ingredients were tequila. Oh, fuck. Hold on. I forgot what it's called. Tequila, that word, green creme de menthe, and pineapple juice. It was finished with a slice of pineapple at the edge of the glass, mint leaves, and a Monoshiro cherry. Wait,
このカクテルの名前は
hold on. Tequila. Oh my god, hold on. What is I think this is my stepdad's favorite drink, actually. Hold on. Fuck. Oh, no, that's rum. Never mind. Fuck. No, but oh shit, what's it called? Is this a pina colada? You know how I had to look it up because my stepdad loves a pina colada, but for some reason my head only kept thinking blue Hawaiian, and the blue Hawaiian is basically a pina colada with just blue coloring. Is this a pina colada? The name of this cocktail is Shuya, pause for effect.
エバーグリーン
Oh, never mind. Well, I love the song, so I'm happy the song is playing, but I literally rolled my eyes. I'm so mad.
カクテル言葉は晴れやかな心で
It means with a clear mind. My eyebrows shot up and I grinned. At first, Evergreen was just a place to take shelter from the rain. But as I spent more and more time here, I realized I relied on it as a place to forget my worries and relieve my exhaustion. And it became a place where Shuya and I fell in love. That's not where we fell in
それ
love.
からエバーグリーンという言葉は常緑普及という意味の英語でもある
The word evergreen can also mean
時を
everlasting.
経てもいつまでも色あせないという意味で用いられることもあるそうだよ
Something that wouldn't fade away with the passage of
僕と
time.
あなたのこれからを祝って
Let's toast to whatever our futures hold. He nodded for me to take a sip. The drink's aroma and flavor were so exquisite it was as exquisite as the drink's appearance. As the sweet taste spread through my tongue, the weariness of the day fell away from
さよう
me.
なら
Goodbye. Shuya smiled as he spoke, and all I could do was smile back at him. He said it as if this goodbye was the most casual thing in the world, as if we would only be apart for a moment. With a clear heart, I left Evergreen. Wow, we finished it perfect. I hated him so much. I read that whole shit with it quickly just to get through it, and I finished it right when the music ended. Why are we fucking still here? 4 years later. Where the fuck are we? It had been 4 years since I returned to my hometown. It had been 4 years since I stepped away from Evergreen and took over my family's inn. Work there was enjoyable and fulfilling. Can I just say, I love that fucking like music, like that anime outro is so fucking good. It hits, and this is the first time I've ever heard it in this playthrough. And this fucking playthrough, you know why? Because it always ends at a giant, wonderful, happy, climactic moment. It cements we're ending this chapter with a bang, and we're playing the song like how happy you are. And you know where I heard that consistently? In Yoshioka's route, consistently, because it was the best route I've ever fucking played. This fucking route sucks. With a gaping hole remaining in my heart. And the trouble was, the hole seemed to grow with each passing day. So I spent my days off alone, wandering by the seaside, thinking about her. On one such day, a voice called out to me.
ああ
Not-
すみませんぼーっとしていて
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm afraid I was dozing off, not her being here. Although I didn't know what that voice had said to me, I called out in response. I turned my gaze from the pale blue sky and saw someone carrying a large suitcase. Some kind of tourist, from the looks of it. I assumed she had lost her way, perhaps a guest of the inn. Then I saw her face. This is so annoying. I nearly stopped breathing. Standing there with a face I could never forget, not once, not even for a moment. Standing there was... Is this over yet? Like, I'm dying for the ending. He stared at me. Looking like he was staring at a ghost. He muttered my name, just barely more than a
ど
whisper.
うしてここに
What are you doing here?
仕事の方は
How's your job? I told him that my work at Estadio was done. I had accomplished everything that I wanted to do. Which is why I came here.
それじゃあ会社は
Then your work. It took a while for Shuya to process that I had retired from Estadio. That's so dumb. Now that my work there was done, I had only one
これから
desire.
どうするんですか？
In that case, what will you do now?
いや、この質問は間違ってるな。
No, that's the wrong question. Shuya interrupted himself to keep his eyes on me as he carefully stepped
僕のとこ
closer.
ろに来ていただけませんか？
Would you like to come stay with me? He spoke the words I had been waiting for. If he had asked 4 years ago, I couldn't have accepted. We have respected each other's goals too much. But today, are we done? Tears filled my eyes. I nodded and ran to
愛して
him.
るよ。
I love you.
僕はあなたを愛している。
I've always loved you, Vivian.
この4年間、ずっと愛していた。これからも
Blush and gets
愛した
hot.
い。
Sorry. I've loved you each and every one of those days for the last 4 years. I want to continue to love you.
あなたの隣で。
By your side. His lips met mine. Finally! Finally, there was nothing between us. His confession of love, our embrace, our kiss. His fragrance on the ocean breeze as we embraced smelled like home. It was the same calming scent that was there every time I stepped into Evergreen. Time can never change my love.
愛してる。
Ah, I love you. I said those words back to him. And he couldn't have responded with more radiant smile. Listen, I understand you, Anna. The voice is very compelling. Listen, he is a great voice actor. I just wish he got a different man. I wish it was a different man. Because like I'm just like, oh god, this is so annoying. The voice is hot. I think this is Ultimate hires a lot of very infamous voice actors, so I'm pretty sure like he is a very well-known voice actor too. I just don't and I'm pretty sure like he does the other Ultimate because they usually all just kind of like do the same or all work in Ultimate. They all do the same like Ultimate properties. I'm pretty sure he's done another one where he is like a good male lead, and if he is, I would happily play him because his voice here is fucking hot. But I hate the words he's saying to me. So unlike other bitches, not being shady, it sounds like I'm being shady, but not being shady, but unlike other bitches, I can overlook a sexy voice and a sexy face to hear the words that you're saying to me, and I will deck you in the face. I don't care how pretty you are, I'm prettier. I don't care how sexy your voice is, my voice is not sexy, but I got big boobies, so it overpowers your voice. What he said next were familiar words brimming from our past and our
いらっしゃい
future.
ませ。
Welcome. Are we done? In that peaceful town beside the waves, the sun would always envelop us with warmth. I would spend the rest of my life there with Shuya under the clear blue sky. Are we done? Was that because usually they have like a thing that says, oh, this is the okay. It finished. Finally! My goodness, I hated this fucking route. It had the makings of such a great route. It did. It had a sexy man like right there. Like his he fit all like the marks of like older man, businessman. Like he hit all of like the check marks. You know what I mean? Like he was older, he was gentle, he was a gentleman, he was chivalrous, he was very attentive. You know what I mean? Like he was very caring. Like he wasn't a creep. It was amazing. He had all the hallmarks of this being great, of this working out, and we all loving it. But then he had to do fuck shit. He had to gaslight. He had to gatekeep his love. He did not girl boss, but he had to turn everything on us, make us feel terrible, make the only time we've ever had sex turn into something fucking dirty. He made it so like nasty, and then he was just like, oh, just forget that it ever existed. Treated us weirdly, and he was just a giant jackass the entire time. I could not be happy. I am not happy about this ending. I don't give a shit. I'm just happy it's over. Because my god, this was the fucking worst.
Sympathy kiss.
Wow.
今日はここでデートするの？
Oh no, these
楽しみ
boys.
だな。
I always know when I can always know it's him. There we go. Alright, we got all his pictures, right? Yeah, we got all his pictures. Cool. No, I wanted to go to profile. Alright, we get to learn more about him. Yay! Actually, hold on, before we even learn more about him. I think I said everything I wanted to say about that whole thing. I was like, I feel like the entire gameplay I have constructive criticism. Cause like it would just sucks. Like I was ranting because like I wanted to have a concise and like really perfect when like right when like the final picture happened. I was like, I fucking hate this. It sucks and I want this to be over. And it's just like perfect like ended. So I don't want to like undercut that because that was like really funny. But yeah, no, this route sucks. Like this was awful, and it had the makings of it being so good. Like this is like a route that like the older women who play these games would love. They're like, oh my god, this is the man, right? But it really wasn't. He fucking sucked. Like it sucked. He was gaslighting us the entire time. He was being really rude. The only one time we had sex, he made it into something fucking terrible, and he made it dirty and nasty, and he was just a giant dick to us the entire time. And then, oh my god, a fucking 4-year time skip, and we're still madly in love with him. We throw our life away to go to him in this bullshit place, and it's just like, what? It's so annoying. Oh my god. And like constructively, like there was no romance. Do you feel me? Like that's another thing about it. Like there was no romance. Like you cannot argue with me like, oh, there was romance in there. No, it wasn't. There was not one romantic scene, and there was not one romantic scene in the fucking game until the very fucking end. And even then, it was plagued with fucking like bittersweet sorrow because he was still being a dick to us. It was not romantic. Nothing about what we did was romantic. It was actually very, very like not traumatizing, but like sad. Like not once in the entire 4 chapters was the bitch happy. She was always sad. He always said something to make her feel sad and bad about herself, which was so terrible. That's horrible. And I don't want that for my girly. And I think it's also a personality thing. Like I said it before, and somewhere during this playthrough, I said it before. I think it's a personality thing. Like, I cannot take, personally, I take 1 L, I'm done. Let's pretend I'm persistent. I'm persistent enough only to accept the 2nd L, and that's it. 2 L's, I'm completely out of there. Don't even exist. Yeah, it's a compatibility. Like, I am not gonna sit there and be like, yeah, of course. Say no to me and degrade and be like such a giant jackass to me over and over and over and over and over and over and over again until I get a smidgen of something nice, and then you are gonna be mean to me again. Absolutely the fuck not. It's not happening. I am not accepting this. And the thing is, games like this, you have multiple love interests to choose from. Well, yeah, I know, but this route still fucking sucks. And that's and the thing is, I've told everybody, like, there's a consensus with like a lot of the guys here, and the consensus of Shuya's route, of the Usui route, is that it fucking sucks. Everyone says it fucking sucks, and I was like, no, I don't want to believe that. I played it, it fucking sucks. They were right. This fucking route actively sucks. It's so much cliche, old gaslighting older man. Like, it's fucking stupid. Everyone said it's a sucky route, and they were right. This route was fucking awful. It was literally the worst. Of all 3 routes I played, he's the bottom of the barrel. I actually 100% will say I'll put him at the very bottom and leave like all the other rankings open for taking because of how bad he was. He's all the way at the bottom. Will you give it a chance with an open heart at the beginning? I did give it a chance. That's what I'm saying. I didn't want to believe it, but like as we kept going, he was just so mean. It's just so upsetting. I'm repeating myself, so I'm just gonna stop. But that's basically like my whole situation, my whole like issue. It was. I mean, maybe I just have self-respect, and I guess every bitch else in the fucking world does it. I'm not taking more than 1 L. You know what I mean? I'm not taking more than 1 L. I guess everyone else doesn't have self-respect to like this route, because 1 L, I'm out. Let's say I'm persistent. 2nd L, I'm out. And by the way, that 2nd L was so fucking humiliating that she took for him. That was so humiliating. The 30th L was them fucking. That's awful. I'm not taking all that L's. I'm sorry. I have self-respect. I will not do that. And she was never happy. And that's what makes me sad. I think more than anything, like, over my anger, I'm sad for the MC. She was never happy until the very end. She was never happy. And I think it's because I watch 90 Day Fiancé specifically. 90 Day Fiancé, reality shows are controlled by producers, so they are trying to tell a storyline. And 90 Day Fiancé has consistently made a storyline where they say, if you persevere and fight for a relationship, it means it's true, and that is not true. You should not have to be in constant battle in a partnership for it to mean something. And that's what it felt like being with Shuya. It felt like a constant battle, and I do not accept that. Oh, but never mind. You all heard how much I hate this. This was the worst. But let's finish it off with reading about him and his profile. And that should be, you know what I mean? Okay, so I'm just gonna read it first, and then he can say more. Actually, no, let me click it.
Usui Shuya, 45歳です。10月2日生まれの A 型で、身長は177センチ。エバーグリーンというバーを経営しています。
My name's Shuya Usui. I'm 45 years old. I was born on October 2nd, and my blood type is A. I don't know what the blood types mean. I said it before. Though I know my moon, sun, and rising, I am not an astrology girly. I really try to be, but I cannot keep the things in my brain. Like, it literally just goes in one ear, out the other. I can't keep it in my brain. So I'm also not a blood type girly. I don't know what they mean. I know they mean something. Don't know what they mean though. So he is blood type A, if that means anything for anyone. You may write it down if you know what it means. I don't know what it means. I will try to remember though. I am 177 centimeters tall. I wonder what that is. Hold on. I am a dumb American. I go by feet. One 177. He's 5'8". And I own a bar called Evergreen. Not anymore. Oh. Okay. And hobby. He has no hobbies.
これといって特にないかもしれません。休日も店の買い出しなどで大抵潰れてしまいますし、もしあなたが良ければ僕の趣味探しに付き合ってくれませんか？
That's not a hobby. I wouldn't say I have no hobbies in particular. On my days off, I'm usually busy picking up things for the store. Perhaps you can help me find a hobby? You're a grown-ass man, almost 50. I'm not helping you find a hobby.
マジックを少したしなみます。 基本はトランプやコインを使ったものなので、
His
たまに
special skill
お
is
客様
magic.
にお見せすることもありますね。
I know a little magic. I occasionally do it to entertain guests at the bar. His favorite food is soba noodles.
そばですね。特に10
I
割
like
そばが好きで
udon.
す。
I think because I like them because they're
大
thick.
抵行きつけの店で食べるんですが、たまに無性に立ち食いそばも食べたくなるんですよ。
I love soba, especially soba made exclusively with buckwheat flour. I prefer to eat it with at my favorite restaurant, but I occasionally go to one on the one of the standing restaurants as well. His no go-to. Okay, I knew you were fucking scum and I fucking hated you, but now cemented even more. Total no-go. Pineapple. Pineapple's delicious. Fuck you. You
パ
have
イ
no
ナッ
taste.
プルでしょうか。
Got no
子
taste.
供の頃に食べて口の中がピリピリしたのが嫌で、それからなんとなく食わず嫌いになってしまいました。
I don't care for pineapple. Bitch. You're a bitch, that's why. As a kid, I ate too much once and it made my mouth tingle. That's the fun in it. Ever since then, I've avoided because you're a pussy ass bitch, that's why. Drinking,
も
yes.
ちろん飲みますよ。バーのマスターですから。でも実はあまり強くはないんです。かっこ悪いので他の方には秘密にしてくださいね。
Well, of course I drink. I run a bar after all. Actually, I'm somewhat of a lightweight, though I try to keep that from the customers. All right, smoking. This is the one time we got a smoker, guys. A previous smoker. All the other bitches, they don't smoke, but this one,
昔
previous.
会社勤めをしていた頃は吸っていました。でも今はもう吸わないですね。さすがに健康的な面も気になりますし。
I used to smoke when I worked a regular job, but not anymore. I got a bit worried about what it was doing to my health. All right, guys, this might make me punch my fucking monitor, but we got a perfect end message.
すみません。なんだかあなたとこうして過ごせるのがまだ信じられなくて、ついじっと見てしまって。あなたがここにいるって実感させてくれますか？よかった。
Pretending that kiss did not tingle.
これからは何度でもキスができるのかと思うととても嬉しいです。
I hate you so much, sir. I hate you so much, sir. As I was listening, I had put both headphones on because I'm like, he's gonna say pretty words to me and his voice sounds nice. Let me enjoy it. And I did, but I was still angry. I can still be angry and enjoy things at the same time. I can do two things at once. I multitask. Sorry. I just can't believe we're spending time together like this. I keep on staring at you. Can you do something to let me know this isn't a dream? Yes, that will do. It makes me happy to know that I can kiss you whenever I want whenever I want from now on. Alright, well, maybe the lads community space is insane right now. I don't think it's gonna update for me until tomorrow, so I won't be there to see the chaos until then. Let me see. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna update for me yet, so I won't see the chaos yet. But yeah. So, I finished that route. I can't say I regret it because I wanted to play it. I'm upset by it though. I can't say I'm upset. Cool. Nah, cause some girlie took a bank loan for Xavier's. Are you serious? People are insane. I could never. Oh my goodness.
シンパシーキス。
A bank loan. Well, anyway, I did it, my guys. I finished it. We've come so far. We've come so far. I am angry and I feel empty inside, because that's how much, like, I'm upset. I'm upset. I'm upset. Well, you know what? We did it. And I already vented my frustrations. I'm not going to reiterate them again. Just the fact that I did go in with an open mind because I wanted to be like, no, there's no way. Maybe like there's just some, maybe just don't get it. Yo. Yeah, as always, you got good streams either way. Thank you. I didn't want to rant or like yuck anyone's yum, so I'm sorry if I did sound like that, particularly to you, Anna, because I know like you were the one responding the most and you do like his voice. Like I don't want to be like, it's just so, I was just so mad, and I feel like above being mad, I felt bad for MC, and I just like, I'm gonna fight for her because this is actually sucky for her. Like, how can you do this to her, game? It's like as if the game is like an entity that's like wronging the MC. But yeah, so I had my frustrations. I went in with an open mind, and ultimately, like, I just didn't like it. The story was very cliche. The story was very gaslighty. In lieu of making a predatory, in lieu of making a weird sex-obsessed man, they still made the same predatory man, but not sex-obsessed, but a gaslighter. And, you know, that's just not fun. That's just not fun. And unfortunately, you know, we had to go through that. Well, maybe one day I'll like an age gap relationship. Maybe one day. Not now, I guess, though. Anyway, that was Sympathy Kiss. And like I said before, I'm gonna be going on a 2-week vacation. After next week, I will most likely like say it next week too. But this is the last we're gonna see of Sympathy Kiss. We have more boys that I want to play. But we'll see them after my break. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining and listening to my rants and me screaming my head off. I'm very sorry about that. But I will see you next week, where we're going to be finishing my other 2 games in time for my week, in time for my break, so nothing will be on hold. And